So then you smile for a thumbnail, and all of a sudden, there you are. You're live. That's what it says. It says we're live. I'm live. If you're here, then that's something to cheer about. Am I allowed to write in? Not now. Let the people say what they want to say. We're just live. We're kicking it. If anybody shows up, please say hi. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I wish you the best in peace, prosperity. I'm a slow typer. Love, joy. Remember Lovejoy? Remember him? What a great name. Happiness and bliss. He was so funny when that stuff when the Simpsons had to go to church. That was awesome. So funny. Okay, I'll hit enter here. So this is the Legends of Tarot. We've been live for 1 minute. I thought if I want to post daily, why not post live daily? And then whoever watches it live, great. But if not, then it's hereafter. So on off account that nobody's going to show up, I'm just going to cut to the chase and record the video. But if you do show up, say hi, and I'll pull some cards for you, as long as you say hi in the chat. All right. So it is April 22nd, and that's today. We're actually on the right day for a change on Legends of Tarot, April 22nd. What we got going on today? Uranus. No, the sun has finally caught up to Uranus today, and it's over there hanging out at the early stages of Taurus. We are now officially into the Taurus season, and it's going to be a time. It's going to be sweet. All right. It's like what is it? It's like a Monday morning, Monday the 22nd. It is Earth Day, and if you're like, whoa, wait, what? Earth Day? Didn't Earth Day just happen like last month? And you're right. You'd be right on both accounts. But let me just read this to you here. What do I got? Sorry. Yeah, Earth Day. So the observance itself arose from an interest in gathering national support for environmental issues. In 1970, John McConnell and Gaylord Nelson asked Americans to join grassroots demonstrations for environment. And those two gentlemen each chose their dates. McConnell choosing the spring equinox, and Nelson chose this day, April 22nd. So we actually celebrate Earth Day twice every year. And depending where you are, and depending like your history on it or your legend of it, it's good that we do have Earth Day. And then there was one other cool thing that I wanted to mention. It happened back in the 70s, just about 41 years ago. Oh, yeah. Blues Brothers. Remember those guys, Jake and Elwood? That was good stuff. You want to talk about funny moments. Okay, so back to the issue at hand. The Sun and Neptune are running conjunct in Taurus today. And so what does that mean? That means our words, what comes out of our body and what goes into our body overall is highlighted, especially on this with this particular conjunction. That which keeps you rooted in the earth, and that which keeps you happy and healthy, all coming into play on this day. Okay, yeah. All right, it's so funny. The last time I turned the live on, all of a sudden there was a whole bunch of people there. And this time I turned on, there's nobody there. That's okay. We can just like shoot a video. And if anyone joins in, then it just turns into a live stream. See how that goes. I think I have to schedule these is how it works to make them people want to tune in and do it at a regular time. So yeah, could work out nicely. You have to wait till next Saturday. Anyway, tarot's getting ready to go. The Legends of Tarot format is daily tarot. We take a few cards, we look at it, we look at the day, we discuss the day. So, yeah. So that's just one thing to be in mindfulness of if you pay attention and you're interested in this conjunction, or if you have karmic relationships with Uranus. And like you said, on what it's doing in regards to your birth chart, all signs, right? Given the day's astrology for one day. Okay. We've got a Ten of Swords, and we've got a Hermit card up here. So this day could have hit hard for a lot of you in regards to health issues, in regards to like how well are you feeling and how well are you paying attention
that kind of thing. There is like almost a room in this little message for there to be like, you have to kind of be on guard. Other drivers, what kind of situation you're into? Are you into deep? That sort of thing, and kind of just that overall feeling of, hey, do I feel safe with this? Do I feel all right with this? Or do I have to check in? Maybe go and see a doctor or go see some sort of professional healer. Yeah, it could be anything, that sort of thing. All right. So 5 minutes, 28 seconds of liveness. We're gonna call it at that because nobody's joining here, and we didn't pick up any momentum for a full-on live stream. So I think I'll have to do a little bit better in planning it, setting it up, stuff. I'm instantly addicted to doing it because it's so fun to be here with you. Oh, there's somebody. It says hello. Hello. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Just me and you right now. I just recorded a portion of the video for the part of it that stays online when it's done. So yeah. I wasn't sure if anyone was going to say hi, say hello, but I'm glad you're here. And yeah, you had some questions for me last time, I remember. And if you want, I'll pull some cards for you. Ayaz, yeah, we can do it. What it is, right? Ayaz is what it is. What it is. And hello to you. Yes, thank you for the last time. Hey, no, it's all good. Pay it forward. You don't have to thank me. I'm just a rambler bambler. I'm the one that just keeps carrying on about this kind of stuff. Yeah. I hope your day is well. I wish you the best in all things towards your happiness. As that which is, that's what you are, right? Cool. Very cool. All right. Well, as it's just me and you, I've been on for 7 minutes here, so I think I might just cap the. Oh, still standings here too. Wow, we're building a little bit of a corner. I got about 20 minutes to pull some cards here. Maybe a little longer, but that's what I'm looking at. So if you want some cards, we can do that. Maybe we could even just see if the two of you here or one more person comes. We can pull some cards for all of us. Let's do that too. All right. Oh yeah, so bored. Me too. Will something happen in love for me soon? Something's always happening in love for you. I'm so bored. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I feel you. I've been single for a long time too, you guys, and it's like, it's tough to even stay proactive and be like, oh, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna go put my part in, right? Because what you put in is equal to what you get out, as far as what's happening, right? In regards to that, and love is such a powerful energy. It really moves through. It really forces our behaviors and our thoughts. It's good because you can manipulate ego with promise of love. I mean, the first self, right? But then you have to watch because a lot of people, like that aren't the nicest people. They recognize it and they enter into that arena too, and then could get end up getting screwed over by an ex, right? And then you're like, well, is it all really worth it, right? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I literally just turned on to shoot a video in Ramble Bamble. We talked about today was Earth Day, the 22nd. So there were these two guys, and they were in different parts of the country, and they both started their own grassroots, like environmental, groups, and they both came up with this idea for Earth Day, but they were on the other side of the country from one another. One of them picked the spring equinox, April 21st. The other guy selected April 22nd, and they're actually both still celebrated as Earth Day. So we have two Earth Days, believe it or not. And then I don't know if you guys, speaking of two, they were 41 years ago on this day. The world was introduced to the duo known as the Blues Brothers, Jake and Elwood, if you remember those guys. They made their first appearance on April 22nd. It was a Saturday back in 1978. Jake and Elwood Blues, and they were pretty funny. They were pretty good. Some good vibes. I think the actors were James Belushi and Dan Aykroyd, and they did a wonderful job. of creating those characters, this folklore and culture. Yes, hi Robert Kraft. I am back for more torture. I actually had just came on to do a Legends portion to do a video, and I thought, why don't I just shoot it live? If people come along, then they come along, and if not, then it still works out for the daily tarot. So I was actually only planning to be here for about an hour. So I got about 45 minutes left. And thank you guys so much for being there on Saturday. I was amazed at how many people stopped in when I was just playing around with it. It ended up being a lot of people bouncing in and out that day, and you guys were awesome for being there. So, yeah. I'm still standing better than I ever did. How's the rest of that? Billy Joel, is it? No, maybe not. I can't remember. Very accurate tarot reader. Yeah, we should get into some tarot. I pulled some cards for the day. It came up Hermit and Ten of Swords for today. So I talked a little bit about how the Neptune conjunction is, so the sun is finally caught up with Uranus. Sorry, not Neptune, Uranus. Sun's caught up over there in the early season. We're officially in the early season of Taurus. So let's nurture one another, because things of health could be up to date, right? I want to make sure the message with the 10 of Swords and the Hermit was like, holy smokes, I hope everybody's okay, because it's like kind of one of those days where it's like, it could, like the turnover could be sudden, like, and people not feeling well, having to be very conscious of what we're putting in and what's coming out of our bodies in terms of our voice, food, all that stuff. Uranus conjunct with the sun, to have a focus on that. So yeah, the tarot's fun, and the astrology is cool when, if you find commonality, if you have a karmic relationship with Uranus, or with Taurus, it might be of interest to you. And it's kind of interesting. Evil laughter. Okay, we're gonna ask about love life. Let's pull 3 cards for Is. That who is. Can I call you that who is? Because I think that's like more of a wow. Let's get in touch with that. The who is, right? Who am I? Where is my mind, right? Deep breath. Inez? Yeah, right. Perfect. That's awesome. That makes it easy. We can connect on that level too. I like Is a lot too. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, 3 cards for Inez. She's always wondered what's going to happen in her love life. What's happening in love life? And these cards will be but seeing as there's only 3 or 4 of us here, let's make sure that we keep it open, right? These are 3 cards for us, because I just explained to Inez as well. I've been single for a long time. The nature of people, nature of scheduling, right? The nature of all of that. Let's see what tarot has to say for us. It's April 22nd. Okay, news from potential lovers could be coming in today. You make sure you turn your notifications on, things of that nature. Somebody might be reaching out through social media, Facebook, or anything of that nature with this 8 of Wands. Quick moving energies, or feel a nice ability to set schedule today. It's in favor of that. 8 of Wands is like, you can put pieces of the puzzle together. You can put the wheels of the future of manifest going by setting dates, by arriving at mutual agreements and things of that nature. It's an 8. So, but it's all on you, because we always got to watch, like, if we're already, in for a penny, we might be in for a pound. That river behind her moves fast. That's a heavy, big river, and you can get carried away easily when it comes to setting plans and making plans and promises, and this is like almost like you have to want to watch for things developing too quickly in love life as well, right? If it arrives at that point, 8 of Wands, it says that's there. So that was on the bottom of the deck. We'll pull 3 cards on this. 3 cards on this. The Wheel of Fortune. It's a good day to be alive. It's a good day to feel love and feel love in your life, because it is another day that is on the path of your destiny. It's on your journey, and there's no destination in sight. We're just journeying. We're soul warriors, soul journeyers. The Wheel of Fortune, major arcana, to come up to say, you know what? The things that we manifest, we are still only a small percentage of the game. They're only a small spot of the wheel of that which is up to divine control or up to source. So when it comes to like people coming into life, leaving life, people going through transformations, people being born, people awakening, all that stuff. It's not the easiest thing to find somebody on your energetic level, or if you're energetically matched, like in regards to like frequencies and things like that, because it takes something very special for that to happen. The love that you share for yourself is equal to that person that you love. You love to share your love with that person, that other, right? Where that is outside yourself. And like that is like, it's the ultimate goal when we think about relationships and things like that. We all arrive at that point on the wheel at some point. It's usually when we're not even looking or we're not even expecting. All of a sudden, tick, 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 the wheel of love goes round and ding, 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 it hits your number. You're like, okay, somebody else just won, right? It's been doing that. And then they say, no, we're waiting for you. We called your number. The wheel landed on you. You won. This is it. This is everything that you had hoped for. This is all your dreams come manifest, or this is like the knight in shining armor coming into your love life. And it's like, wow, it'll take you by surprise. But we're all meant to eventually get there. And sometimes there's many points on the wheel. You could be in love with this on a Tuesday or this in November, right? And it's like I said off the top, because of the nature of the day, watch other people, right? It's like you need almost like to feel that natural, uncoerced slide into love, right? We call it head over heels, but it's more like a playground slide, right? That true giggle, like the first time a child goes down, right? It's like because at the point in love, when you're there and you're in love, you have no choice but to be present. So it's really the most uplifting feeling that you can get into. But if you're there with someone and there's other issues at hand where you can't get into that, you kind of have to ask, am I energetically matched with this person? Do I need to be looking elsewhere on the Wheel of Fortune? Page of Swords reversed. Okay. So yeah, it could be a situation where honestly, there's something here that you could definitely take and have to spark your love life if you want it. But you're much wiser than this. It's almost like an energy that you don't want. There's an air sign, a younger air sign. It's an energy that you do not really want to align with potentially, right? But it's there if you wanted to add spark, right? It's kind of a specific message for you because it comes in the form of a page, right? And we were pulling these cards. So check for air signs, and if your air sign seems out of sorts, if your person is an air sign, Ines, and they seem out of sorts, it is in regards to the season. It is because they're dealing with a lot of wide openness themselves, issues of choice, destiny, and things like that. Okay, one card. Ten of Wands. Please don't be burdened by this. Please don't be burdened by this question, this issue for too much. I know it arises out of boredom, but the Ten of Wands, he's been a busy guy, right? He's been busy collecting stuff. He's been busy gathering up what he needs to take care of business or to take care of himself, right? Things of this nature. It is almost like over the next little while, and it's a time to really improve upon your levels of strength and conditioning of heartfelt energies. If the heart is feeling stressed, the heart is asking you, hey, let's lighten the load, or let's go out and do something vigorous together. Just me and you and the heart, right? And then because that's the type of energy that would need to be aligned with should your number come up on that wheel. Ding, 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 right? And somebody is reciprocating, or somebody is being more responsible, because it is, if your heart is feeling stressed or burdened in the lack of love or a lack of fruitfulness in a loving relationship, it won't be aligned to be able to receive new or more love when it does show up, because like I said, that number comes up. That wheel's been ticking along for so long, it maybe feel like so long since something happened, you're not going to look down at the number, and it'll be right there. Okay, so that's some cards, Ines. That was cool. That was fun. Yeah, just chilling here today, actually. and doing the legends of tarot, daily tarot in live format, right? Big headline news, Sun and Uranus, right? So that's the only thing that's there, right? No, I'm just kidding. It's all in good humor. It's all in good humor. It's Taurus. We have to nurture the child within and not do it through corny dad jokes, right? Love you all. Thank you all for being here. Robert, Ines, and I'm still standing better than I've ever been, looking like a true survivor. I wish I could remember the next line. I probably shouldn't sing. I definitely lose subscribers and views when I sing. So I'm all about them views and subscribers. I get like 20 per video. I love it because we're just hanging out here in the corner. Nobody knows about us yet. Nobody's blowing up the phone. And it's not my real intention to have the phone blow up. But you know what? Whatever views and support you guys do give, likes and shares, it definitely helps out. It keeps me interested, to say the very least, right? You're still standing and you're still here, right? Sing your next reading, yeah. And the Fire and Ice. The Fire and Ice. Welcome, Fire and Ice. Welcome, Robert Kraft. Thanks for being here. We just did some cards for Ines. I plan to only be here for about another 45 minutes. We're just doing, I was doing the daily video. I wanted to see who would come along for the ride. Still standing. I wanted a card reading if you have time. Absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you for asking. That's your win. That's your ticket. That's your golden ticket. Your ticket in. All you have to do is ask. I was like, yep, that's what we're doing now. Right. I had a little time. Normally these videos are going to come out a little bit later in the day. I'm playing a little hooky from work because I had a problem with the side of my face. Of all things. No, it wasn't a stroke. Although you might perceive that I'm the type of guy that might be like half heartbeat away, but it was just more so a problem with boom, like I got bruised up. So I'm still standing. I wanted to know, what did this guy named Jose? Is it Hosa? Jose seeing me. My name is Ashley, and I'm an Aries. Oh, Aries Ashley, that's sweet of you. Thanks for getting direct on the question. It's up to you guys if you want to do that when I pull your cards. Jose. What sign is Jose? What does he see in you? Oh, you're sweet. You're sweet. What does Jose say in you? Jose, sorry for my accent and my lack of ability to read. I'm Canadian, so it's like I'm like got some backwards stuff going on up here. Like we like to say, going for her hip, and we're giving her and we're hoofing her and all that good stuff. Jose, okay. Ashley and Jose. And what does Jose see in Ashley? I'll tell you what I can see in Ashley already. I can see Ashley on the authentic side of and no bullshit either, right? Okay. Overall energy for Jose. Well, but you show up. You're the emperor, and you ask what he sees in you. So maybe you are very, very much right now, Ashley, in a place where you are standing in your power, where you are, you have a level of confidence within you, and the way you portray yourself is desirable unto Jose, because it's almost like a pure, like a true Aries energy that showed up in the overall. So how it, and he sees you as desirable, and I feel that he recognizes something that you have an authority over. Maybe it's children, maybe it's some family, or maybe it's a small business or project that you do. And he has the utmost respect for the work that you put in or the work that you've done. So, yeah. So that's, let's pull 3 cards for you here. See what's going on. That was the overall energy. All right. We've got the Knight of Wands, right? So more fiery energies. Is this fire? Is this gentleman perhaps Aries as well, or Sagittarius? It's interesting. I think that the card alone, it reinforces the passion of the fire. Look at the focus that's there, right? This guy might have a tendency of being afraid, like of becoming too over attached to you, or he might not even be at a spot where he like recognizes what he should do next, and it might be having you feeling a little bit confused. All right. There's good response from this person, but I feel like Jose sometimes can be overreactive, like have knee-jerk reactions to things where it's like it might not even have anything to do with what you've done or what you said. You've just noticed that he's having a knee-jerk reaction. It's like, blah, and then how did he bring you involved in it before you even knew it was happening, kind of thing. And that can be confusing. So I can sense why you are confused. Sagittarius, yeah, it had the fire energy, right? And no, Ashley, that Sagittarius is not it's not easy pickings right now. They're in a spot as well as where it's like somebody just doused them. There's just like, woo, they're all in full opposition. Well, not quite full opposition, but all the way across on the other side of things going on in Taurus season right now. But it's not quite a direct reflection. It's more like, so they're having to like sort of pick up their socks a little bit. I don't know, get off on a tangent talking more about astrology, but let's talk tarot. Reversal on a judgment card. Did one of you guys call the other one out for something? Was there like an issue of like any kind of something being accused or said? It's almost as if it might not even have been anything that's said, but a way that somebody acted, whether it could have been the silent treatment or turning their back or something at a point in time caused a distance between you guys. And some of that may be requiring some healing. So he might not be understanding where you're coming from based on a past behavior right now either. So in regards to what he thinks of you, it's like he doesn't know. He can't say, I like her, I dislike her, right? Because we got the judgment. If the card was like this, we'd be like, well, he can at least tell, like he likes her, he doesn't like her, but it's a reversal on judgment. So he's like, he doesn't even know. He doesn't even know right now, right? And a tower moment. Wow. That'll be the moment. And if this is someone that you are in a romantic relationship, if this is for a romantic relationship, Ashley, in regards to Jose, which I felt it was, I kind of have a feeling it was, or I might have just assumed. Let's hope not. But this will be made clear to you at a point where you guys make a commitment in terms of a living situation. Might not be moving in together, might even just be ending up in the same city together, or sharing a flat, apartment, or a bungalow, something like that, right? It's possible that it could come up. But the feeling is that one of you needs to know soon. I would bring communication post haste to this relationship because the energies are good to align with. If you're looking at a part where anything requires healing before progression, or if you're just wanting to kickstart again, get it progressing, I would initiate some conversation, Ashley. And because, it does feel good to be sought after by the other, but sometimes we come to a point where it's so important to us that we just say, you know what, I'm bringing this into my life. I will initiate the communication. Okay? Yar. Yar, yar, yar. Because they are. That's why they're called pirates, because they are. All right, and we're legends. We're not pirates. We're legends. We're here at the Legends of Tarot, just doing it, staring at the live camera. Smile, take a thumbnail, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're live. And for anybody that's just showed up here, Fire and Ice, thanks for being here. That's really, really cool of you to stop in today. Safak, yeah, I hope I'm saying that right. Safak. One of my ones for my gamer tag is spelled FAQ, and then it's a U. So I'm like, fuck. Okay. Anyways, because you're not allowed to say it, right? And then because it might not be suitable for a little Johnny or a kid and his brother, right? If they were tuned in. My kid went swimming, so I got about an hour to record this before we got to go do our thing. All right. I'm not set up to do private readings still, Ashley. I'll call you still standing just to protect your privacy as we move on. I'm not set up to do private readings. I've got like so many interests. I got a full-time job. I got a lot going on. I do this primarily just to like for a giving back portion, run the little channel, you know, see if it makes $1 or $2, but to spread the peace, love, joy, all the well-wishing that I do. I send it right out into the ether, right out into the internet, and it's like boom. And then when I come in, it's like a well that I can draw from, because it's like such a great feeling, such a great mirroring image. Like when you gain traction with a small community like this, it feels so good, so good. Fire and Ice. How does an Earth sign guy I'm talking to casually at a distance feel about me right now? And you're an Aquarius, and you are on the aloof side of Aquarius. I feel like when it came out in the maze, because I just finished the monthlies, the Aquarius stuff going on was like very much like, why am I telling you? Why am I telling you? Like, you are in awareness, I feel, and you're very aloof because of it. So I think you might be sort of out positioning or outranking, I don't know if those are the right words, this Earth sign at present time. If the Earth sign is Virgo, I feel that might be a very good alignment for you to pursue. All right, but let's pull some cards on it, Fire and Ice. Let's pull some cards. Sorry, Robert, if I missed your question before Fire and Ice's, I will get to you right after. I see you just posted there. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Legends of Tarot. The sun is in Uranus. Sun is in Uranus. Well, it's not in Uranus. It's conjunct with Uranus. So, and that's all happening in Taurus, right? He is a Virgo. Kind of figured so. The other two are just kind of like, love, what? Yeah, I don't know if we'll kind of hang out with that, right? Taurus maybe could have been Taurus, right? Capricorns, they're into their thing. They're into their thing. Yes, you are, good sir. Yes, you are, good sir. Because you hung out with me a lot of the day on Saturday. I want to say I really appreciate that. That was really cool of you. Really cool of you. All right. Just a quick sip here, Fire and Ice. I think Tara's ready to go on this Virgo thing. Virgo Aqua. I'm going to have the coffee instead of agua. There's some water here too, but I'm just going to take a minute, take a pause. I like to, sometimes you got to take a deep breath. I take a vape and then a deep breath. I love you, Pisces. We talked so much about Pisces on Saturday too. And then I spoke to one of my good family members who's Pisces. And it's just like, it made my day. It just made it capital. It made it awesome. So, yeah. All right. So as we shuffle some more, not have been ready. Okay, we want to know Fire and Ice. And you're the Aquarius. I think we touched on this last time. We touched on this on Saturday. We really did. It's kind of coming into focus now a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. We'll try not to give her. Try to give her all the way up. I got about a half hour left, you guys. Got about a half hour left. That's what we're doing. The moon. All this disillusionment around the situation. To be honest, Fire and Ice, I have a feeling like you guys might not always be on the same page, but there's like the respect or recognition that's going on there. And then due to like passage of time, which I conclude to scheduling, people's lives being busy, sometimes communication or contact is cut off. And then it like kind of maybe returns again, and it's cut off, and then it returns again. And it's not based on a direct feeling about what that Earth sign feels about you or what you feel about that Earth sign. It's just that there's almost this position where it's like, I could hang up the phone for a couple years, pick it up, and still have that same old person right there, especially on his side, being a Virgo, right? He's not going too far too fast in terms of like completely changing as an individual, right? You may be progressing very quickly in certain things, but you're both very busy is what I feel, right? So I ghost him. Yeah, that's it. I gotta hold my tongue here, but I was just gonna say, Fire. Did you roast him and ghost him? Okay. Anyways, let's get 3 cards for this. All right, let's get 3 cards for this. All right, the moon is up, right? Do what you want. Howl at the moon. Oh, you got this one too. Ines picked this up in her reading about love. This is a Page of Swords, right? So, yeah, you say ghosting, I say honesty. Honestly, ghost? Honesty? Really? What's that all about? What's that all about? Right? And it's kind of like, it could be just an energy that there's been no boundary set as of yet. Page of Swords fly right off the edge of the earth, right off the end of the universe. If you let her go unchecked, she just fly away like a moth flying to the moon, right? This is the moon. This is a moth flying to the moon. This is really this card in reverse. This is maybe some trouble. This is maybe some trouble going on within you in terms of what you want versus your technique. So in other words, this time you might want to start sweating the technique, right? Don't sweat the technique because you don't know what this goal is yet. You don't know what this moon is yet. You don't know what's behind door number 3. You don't know that. I don't feel like you've seen into the Virgo that far because they probably haven't let you as of yet either. Okay, so it's kind of like I think there's adoration here. I think there's adoration, but the Page of Swords is an energy that needs to be not contained, but directed, guided. Like put a funnel on it. Go that way. You go that way, right? I don't know what that means. It's interesting stuff. Oh, but the Elisa Ace is here. Wow. So this is good. So you guys might have just refreshed something. You guys might have just like, got pinned and made it happen, right? So that's good. So, but we're in a Taurus season. Hands down, it's going to require the nurture. If a seed of love is there, if a seed of child is there, or a seed of anything that you've created, you've manifested in your life. If you want to survive, you have to nurture right now because 95% of the things that get manifested during this Taurus season, if they're not checked, the universe will kick them out because it's like, was that the best intention? Was that the best thing? Was it the best time for that person? No. But if you set one of those little intentions, if you start a little nest, if you make a little seed and you pour your nurture into it in Taurus season, this thing will grow like a MF. This thing will take off, right? So that's kind of what that's saying. That's what that's saying. Okay. Then I got a reversal on 7 of Cups. So it could be other options, other players, things like that going on. So again, it speaks to the reversal on the page, the dizziness of the moon, the reversal on the Page of Cups. If you want to know, and if you have the need to know daily, like an affirmation, for affirmation starts with you, but if you need the affirmation from a reader or from him, himself, the earth side, I'm picking up as a him, but could be as the earth side himself or that divine part that gets you there, the straight angle. You may need to set some boundaries and some directional bumpers for that energy to guide it so that you guys can swim closer in the river for a little longer because it's some turbulent water and we don't know what the end destination here is yet. And that's pretty much what the tarot explained to me, that with that moon card and the over eye, it's like, we don't know what we're looking at. We don't know what we're uncovering here and the potential for it. But I think the potential is to be made manifest because of Taurus season and because that Ace of Wands was there. So really good. That's for Fire and Ice, who's actually an air sign and wondering about an earth sign. So yeah. Meet him in May or wait until the summer once you get things sorted out. Oh. Both. Robert, you got dad jokes for days, and you're up next. Haven't forgot. We got 20 minutes going on, and thank you guys for who's been here and who showed up today. I really appreciate you guys. Really inspired to turn the camera on live, and I'll go back. Breaking story. I can do it in that format where it's like Sun conjunct with Uranus, April 22nd, today only. Root Chakra Day. It's Monday, guys. So diet, health, things of that nature, grounding exercises, both. And if you can't do both, go within and ask your body. Ask your body for its response. May or summer. It's almost like if you're going to go in May, in your meditations, ask your body and just ask, throw it out there as to if it's a good time, and then listen to the response, because we can easily, if it's a matter of divine timing, it will work out no matter which. And if it's like something where it's like you might be fighting resources to make it happen in May, or a tight schedule to make it happen in May, then F it, wait till summer. It's not going anywhere too fast. Just say, Virgo, it's going to be there. It'll be there. Okay. Be great just to have a general reading. Absolutely. Absolutely. Robert, is that a surfboard in your thumbnail? Do you use surfing, man? I much respect to you. I haven't been surfing in like over 20 years, man. Used to go down to like Seaside, Oregon, and Half Moon Bay in Northern California. Yeah, it was good times. All right, what else do we have today? Here, I'll bring you some other late-breaking stories from the newsroom. Just because, Robert, I just need a little breather in between readings here. We had the Blues Brothers come on stage April 27th, back in 1978. So I think that was like 41, just over 40 years ago. The Blues Brothers did their thing for the very first time. Jake and Elwood Blue. It was Dan Aykroyd and I think is it James Belushi? Yeah, I think it was. Amazing stuff. And when we look at this date in terms of like what was going on and things like that, we've got the Earth Day little legend where Earth Day is actually celebrated on 2 days every year. Celebrated now on April 22nd and also on the spring equinox, because the grassroots organization or environmentalism began in different areas at the same time. The consciousness was collective when they were like, we need to do something to protect the environment, right? And so Earth Day is still to this day celebrated on 2 separate days because they're both right. You have to celebrate, right? It's not wrong. All right. Nice. Cool. Catching some waves. I should go again. I really should. I got into the concrete surfing on the downhill longboarding for a while. Wow, that was a time, man. That was a ripper. And some stuff like that. Mountain biking's always been too gnarly for me, but I could get down with surfing. You must be in incredible shape, man. Incredible. All right, Safak, we will get to your question. Should we have time? Après Robert Kraft, après Robert's general reading. And I'm honored to do this reading for you, Robert, and I want to thank you for being here. Yeah. And I'm still standing better than ever. Looking like a true survivor. It's a little kid, right? That's it. Yeah, feeling like a little kid. And what a good day for that on April 22nd here. We're officially live in Taurus season, so that's cool. We're gonna nurture it. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna protect it. We're gonna protect our visions, protect our necks, that kind of thing. Right? So, yes. Likewise, Robert. Thanks. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Just turned out. I was so surprised at the response I got on Saturday. I don't like schedule these or announce them or anything. I just hit the button and go on. And if people join up, Saturday was amazing. How many people? We just got a nice little handful today, so that was really good. Emily Amelia, I see you there now. Will your ex come back? Will you be in trouble if your ex comes back? Let's be honest. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing with you, Emily Amelia. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and I wish you all the best in love, prosperity, peace, joy, abundance, bliss, and happiness along your destiny. May they all appear as little flowers along the side of your garden path to just over there. That's where we're all going, right? I'll just be over there, right? Okay. All right. General reading. Robert Kraft. All right. I want to call you Bob. You can let me know right now, Robert, if that's a no-go, or if I could call you Bob. That'd be awesome. Be awesome. 7 of Cups there again. promise you, I was shuffling. I'm on my webcam now. I'm not on my GoPro. But I promise, I shuffled. This is a card on the bottom of the deck. So you might be looking at options too. What are your options? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Right? Wow. And it's nice because I see that surfing's not the only thing. There are some other things here that you are directly passionate, emotionally passionate about. And that's great. It's good to have that many things. 7's kind of like, it's a good limit. You don't want to get stretched too thin. There's always risk of that. And when this card comes in, it's like, ooh, how thin are you stretched, right? Are you leaving yourself open to bad decisions or poor health or things like that nature? And as long as I feel like the things that are most important to you, you are acting upon. You're punching through on them. And then the other things, you may be wondering what needs to be purged out possibly as well in regards to options or what you want to do. It's like this might take up, 30% of your free time. This other thing might take up another 50% of your free time. And your free time might only be, wherever you're at on the spectrum, 60 to 70%, on a great day, to 10, 20% on a work day or where you're taking care of business kind of thing, right? But get moving. 7 of Cups is also get giving her, get hoofing her, get going, right? Make it happen. Get it done. 3 cards for Robert Kraft, please. All right. Yeah. And I think you've seen the start of it. I think you're picking up. You're picking up on the certain things that leave you feeling better versus, it's like I was a smoker for many years, and I'll just relate this really quick because it illustrates a point I want to make. I go out and have a smoke, and somewhere deep down in my subconscious, I thought that cigarette would make whatever I was feeling before I went out different or better. Like if I was stressed out about somebody else or a certain thing that I was putting off, the smoke didn't make it better. Eventually I had to leave it behind. Eventually I had to get going, right? This is a card about free departures as well, right? It's a slow moving card. The 4 of Wands, they're not going anywhere very fast, right? This is a little bit quicker. This is moving a little bit. Like the train it's been announced. It's coming into the station. Whatever this train is, it's arrived or it's arriving or it wants to take you with it. And you're almost kind of like, well, I don't know if I really am ready to go. I don't know if I can go. I don't even know if I'm fully packed. I don't know if I'm ready, right? That kind of thing. So you might be wondering at issues like, am I really ready? Wow, this is really happening. This is almost like, bigger stumbling blocks that should be stepping stones kind of thing. And they're existing in your environment, Robert, if that makes sense. It's not so much like things going on in the mind. This is more like, am I ready with time? Am I ready with resources? Do I have enough patio furniture? Do I have too much patio furniture? How much tzatziki is too much tzatziki, right? That kind of thing. Okay. Now we got 5 of Wands up here. All right. So within a social group, you could be experiencing some rearranging of scheduling as well, or workplace, whatever's binding you to work is going to be signaling for more of your attention as well in the upcoming future. I feel like this is just a portion where you're at, where it's like you will have to engage before being able to progress or coming through to a milestone, a plateau moment, if that makes sense. You gotta kind of think about it, the 5 of Wands, and it moves into the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands is a place of like, whew, we can catch our breath. We've been all right. We came out on the right side of things. But the moments before that, those 5 of Wands, right? It's nature, spirit. And again, there's more fiery energy going on here. We're going to have to kind of watch and make sure that, we're remaining protected. And he asked for a general reading. So this might just be for today as well. Because it said this day, you got to stay on guard for anything just kind of wacky or odd, or like a case of the dropsies. Not like a goldfish gets dropsy, but like you just like dropping stuff all over. And the next thing you know, somebody opens a door after you drop your keys, bang, that kind of stuff has got that weird energy to today. And this 5 of Wands just saying, be ready, be willing to engage, but also be willing to protect, whatever that means. I feel like you're in just like the 5 of Wands shows, like you're in like Jet Li, like whoosh, whoosh, like hero movie, Bruce Lee, Kung Fu, whoosh, into the dragon, that kind of thing, right? Eight of Swords reversed here. So whatever's going on, it's got you feeling a little bit better as of late, Robert, a little bit happier as of late. It's nice to see that you were able to circumnavigate or get over some sort of funk, or what we call like victim mentality, or being mentally trapped, which is the traditional meaning of this card. But I see you moving through it. I see you having a safe place. I see like your sanctuary actually even being directly involved, or a second sanctuary, or something. You were very resourceful in order to overcome or circumnavigate some sort of funk or ill-fated stuff going on, right? So that's what we got up there in those cards. Robert, I hope that did the trick. We'll go back and check out. Still standing. I'm still standing. $2. Did we read for you yet? I think we did. Remind me if we didn't. I like all the readings, you guys. Like I read for you, I let go. It's like where that was, right? For a couple of them, I have like a few minutes where we can like discuss them, but a lot of times it's like and then gone, right? It's gone. All right, your ex. Be my ex coming back, because I know she's coming in slow and low. That is the tempo. My ex coming back to me. Photography. I'm Xbox stuff. Bargain. Oh yeah, I love that bargain hunting. We share a lot of hobbies, Robert. We really do. We really do. And interests. That's really cool. It's really cool of you. Thank you for being opening about that. So the ex coming back. That's the train in the station. That's the train in the station. That's what I can see post. But yeah, Bernice, hello, how are you? We got a few people up here today, Bernice. I don't know where it all fits in. I just finished doing some reading, and now I'm just kind of catching my breath. I know there were a few people. I'm still standing. Thank you so much for sending me a toonie. Here in Canada, we call $2 a toonie. It's a toonie, eh? So we have loonies, which is $1, and then toonies is $2. So thanks for the toonie. I appreciate it. I'm definitely going to use that for parking down in the whole meter. Just pop it in there because a coin for us. All right. Bernice, you're so sweet. Hi there. Yes, I am aging. Oh, again. That's awesome. So this is actually the Legends of Tarot. What we're going to do as a broadcast now, instead of daily videos, we're going to broadcast the Legends of Tarot. I will read for the people that are here when they come, and we'll talk about the day. So the breaking story today, for those of you just getting here, is Uranus being conjunct with the sun. They finally caught up to each other in Taurus over there. We're looking at the little nest egg, the little place where the egg can be warm enough, receive enough light, that perfect angle on the tree where Robin Redbreast will build her nest. So it's like, okay, this is going to receive just the right amount of sunlight, and we're out of danger, and it's going to be warm enough, sheltered enough for the wind. That's this Taurus season. You'll find different signs. You'll find people nesting, and you'll find people who've gone too far out on a limb, scurrying to get back this month. Okay, that kind of thing. Xbox Division 2. Yeah, no, unfortunately, when it comes to bids, I don't do too much. What was I noticing? When you said that we talked about those interests. But yeah, no, I'm not too much in the bids, Robert. I play some Fortnite with my kid, and we'll play some Bomberman from time to time. But how's Joel feeling about your connection right now? To be honest, Bernice, I plan to be here for an hour. We can run it a little bit longer until my company arrives, and then I'll probably have to go. But yeah, it was just meant to be the Legends of Tarot. So if we can fit you in, we definitely will. Call of Duty, COD. Yeah, I think I played a little. It's too much for my eyeballs, to be honest. Like, I'll get up there, sit down, and play Xbox. And like before long, I'm like, whoa, my head's ready to explode. I thought a bigger TV would make it more fun, but it just ended up hurting me a little bit, right? To be honest. But then again, I am getting old. I am aging. Right? Okay. That's pretty cool. You know what we haven't done yet on the Legends of Tarot? We haven't pulled our 5D card. All right, let's all kind of just like deep breath, probably take one more vape. I'm going to get into the Dreams of Gaia tarot. All right. We're just going to pull one or whatever falls out. Sometimes it's 2 or 3. And we'll go in and we'll look at the 5D energy for today. If you guys are down with that. Because, I mean, vids are one thing. I don't mind a good vid or a good, day on a vid for relaxing. But for me, it's about a return of an energy that's more etheric. It's more something that can draw my passion to a point of creation, just to not the completion, right? Because for me, I grew up with like Donkey Kong and Mario Brothers. Finishing the game was what was all about. Finishing. How old are you? What was it? The person that never tells their secrets. Who's that guy? That's me. I probably am, but it's just a number. Mario Kart, GoldenEye on the N64, yeah. So, but it wasn't about, and it was all about completion. I'd buy the magazines, I'd buy everything to help me finish that thing. And now I feel like since the time I've given more value to my creative, so that which I could be spending my time where it's like, I feel like I've created and I feel like whatever. So it's tough. Okay. Safaka, we are going to pull the 5D card. Hope you guys are ready for that because that's a portion of the show. I'm going to be doing these daily. So don't worry, you guys. If I don't get your reading in, don't worry. You just come tomorrow and it might not be, it'll be a little later in the day and I might not be able to hit every day, but just stay tuned, right? If you see me live, come in and I got not the best memory, but I'll do my best to remember that we didn't get to Renice and Safak today. And then it'll happen. Then it'll just happen. It's like I mentioned to Ines or Iz right off the start. She was the first one here, and I said the phone's not blown off the hook yet. We're like 5 or 6 little people over in this corner of the internet doing it, and I love it. I love that it's so small. Because we haven't been found out yet. We haven't been discovered yet. So for all you guys that are here chilling with me, I'm so happy. I am so happy that we get to have this time. This is about Okay, I think we're ready to go. I'm gonna give these an overtop shuffle, and whatever comes, we're gonna take for our 5D. So you guys, let's take a minute. Let's take a deep breath. Let's kind of come together. Oh, hi, Afro Princess. Welcome, welcome. It has been about an hour, but my person isn't here yet, so we can just roll. And there was no time limit on when they arrived today either. It's just like come get here when you get here, right? Yeah. So Robert, Renice, still standing. Safak, Afro Princess, all of us. Give us a card for 5D. Give us a card for 5D. Fire and Ice is here too. Is that who is? I know it's Ines, but I like saying that who is. For all of us. For all of us. There it is. It doesn't shake anymore. When it doesn't shake anymore. And we've pulled this card, you guys. We've pulled the card of Death and Rebirth, which is this tarot is a little bit different. It has 81 cards, but this still lines up with your number 13 in the major arcana, right? And it's a pretty good portrayal of it there. I think the 5D, for those of you that are here, I feel like you are in a place where you have felt or you have awakened to it's not new energy, but it would seem new to us. Just because, we've had that Uranus. We talked about the Uranus transit into Taurus. The last time this happened was like 84, 86 years ago. So how could we know what to feel? How could we know what to expect, right? And that sort of thing. And this is the one to allow the energy, the benevolent energy to grow and to rise. Even if you've been conditioned to paint a bad picture against it. That it's taboo. We don't want to talk about it, especially here out west. The more you know, the more you educate your mind, the more you feel comfort in spirit, because the monkey inside the brain, right, or the id, the ego, and the super ego, those guys there, they're dead, right? You become the liberated sage. You become the one that walks over there in the garden, right? You're your own snake in your garden. You're your own creator of your garden. You are just really, you're there. And all the peace, love, bliss, happiness, and prosperity that we're always well-wishing, they're like the little eggs in that little nest that was up on that branch that Robin Redbreast built to make sure that it had just the right amount of warmth and just the right amount of protection from the wind to be safe, to nurture new, just like we finished talking about. We're not trying to complete anything here. We're trying to create new stuff. Okay. This is a 5D energy card for the group. I hope you guys appreciate that one, or are there. I appreciate you. I don't know. I just thank you for being here. Whether you think I'm a kook or not, it doesn't matter to me. I just love the fact that you're here to share. Love made me more spiritual too. Loves the instigator, loves the destination, loves the rest stop along the way. Hell, love is the lines on the road. It's what keeps you going in the right direction, right? You got your dog surfing. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. That is awesome. My big thing is golf. I love to golf. And yeah. Just taking some time to get to know each other here, I feel. It's been really good. So, just over an hour now. Welcome back. This is the Legends of Tarot, all right? Today on the Legends of Tarot, we've been talking about Earth Day. How Earth Day happens on actually 2 days in the calendar year. It happens on April 22nd, and it happens on the spring equinox, because 2 dudes had the same idea at the same time. They had different dates, and we all decided, hey, this dang thing is so important. Let's have it on 2 days. Let's have it on 2 days. Kind of neat how Easter fell near the Earth Day, and you have the 420 holiday, right? The unofficial holiday. It's very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Yes, Ronisa, I feel that too. I feel that expansion, and it's kind of neat. It's kind of neat to have the room to explore these things. When you're blessed and appreciative enough not to have to fend so hard for survival, that you get time for the mind and the body to take a back seat to spirit, allow it to expand, right? It's really nice. And in the age of YouTube, in the age of the culture of this particular social media that we're experiencing here, you can give viewpoints. I mean, you can listen to Lee Carroll and then Esther Hicks within a minute, and then Eckhart Tolle, and then Deepak Chopra. Then you can listen to the Dalai Lama, and like 10 minutes have passed. And you're like, wow, that was a lot to take in. And that's why I'm so appreciative that you guys are here, because we're all on this journey together. We're all sharing our love. We're all on a part of this journey together. And I just decided to throw it out there and mirror it and to see what happened, right? It's always kind of that. You just got to see what happens. Okay. Safak, let's do a quick reading and see if your dreams are coming true. Because somebody wanted to know, she said that our dreams are coming true. So what is that all about? What are you dreaming of? What kind of man will my future husband be? His financial situation. Rich or poor in his character. Okay. That's cool. So Fox. Next Fox. Because he's got to be foxy, right? He's got to be foxy. If he's not foxy, he's not for Fox, right? Amen, sister. Sorry, I babble a lot, and I'm keeping time. You got a flipper, right? Ooh, are you measuring your new person up to someone from the past? Perhaps you're looking for similar traits. You're looking to discern based on likenesses of 2 different people, possibly. Calling you out. Let's see what Safak's future boyfriend, lover, husband will be like. Will he be rich or poor? Will he be a fox? Will he be too sexy for his shirt? Will he be more intelligent than all the superheroes put together? Maybe. Let's ask Tarot, see what's going on. Bottom of the deck, so fucking the overall energy. Let's look at this person as a guy, all right? We got 9 of Wands here. Overall energy. Let's throw that out. That's you. That's you. 9 of Wands reversed. You're ready. You're ready for a big change, all right? So let's get serious about it. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. 3 cards. Ace of Cups reversed, all right? There's new love that wants to come in. It's ready to come in, but it's asking for you to be ready for it. This person, your future ex, will be an emotional person. They are likely to be a water sign. You are likely to connect with Cancer, with Scorpio, or with Pisces on your next long term. I feel like these are the only signs that can connect to you on a deep enough emotional level where your mind is satisfied. Because you said you're in Capricorn, right? I think that will require the emotional depth of a water sign in order for you to make the commitment to marry this person, all right, to marry them. Air signs not favoring you, right? It will not. It will be nothing too conflictual. I feel like this is going to be a natural occurrence with a water sign, all right? Will he be rich or poor? He will be rich in all senses of the word. And he will be rich because I think you're looking at finding yourself a King of Cups here. All right. I think that you're ready. You're ready for the depth of emotional sharing. And that's what's driving you even at this time, right? Because I'm having to read this person through you, Safak. And we've hardly read for one another, right? You know, I mean, I'm sorry I don't do personal readings just due to my time constraints and priorities. But as I look at this through you, you value wealth more than just financial status. You ask directly about financial status, and if that's where your intention and attention are, then that's what you will receive. That's why those cups are full. That's why those cups are full, because it is the abundance, the prosperity. So that means, yes, a rich guy, a rich person. Oh, maybe he's even King Richard. Look at you. We got the Emperor reversed here, right? So possibility of an Aries man, but I don't think so. I think this is more of a forewarning almost. And it's interesting the way it came up, because I threw this card out right as soon as I get here. I was like, what is this air sign doing here? What is this? I think that if you start becoming swooned or what's the word I'm looking for? Involved or attached. If there's something going on with an Aries, okay, or a Gemini, just be very careful, because that one that could seem like the one, you will be evaluating your alignment to it based on the emotional depth, which makes me feel like it's going to be a water sign. Okay, so that kind of thing. And knowing that as a water sign, you're searching for a King or Queen of Cups. You're looking for the intuition. You're looking for the trust. You're looking for the emotional depth. And that's what's going to get you. That's what's going to turn your crank. That's what's going to get you going. Safak, you are welcome a ton. You are welcome a ton. And you know what? Willpower and energy, things change. That's why I do daily readings, right? Well, our daily videos, because the energy shifts in a day. Today, the Sun and Uranus are conjunct in the beginning of Taurus, right? Little Robin Redbreast build a nest. We talked about that. It's really good. It's really good. The Earth Day thing going on. The Blues Brothers. What a creation. What a creation. They appeared first Saturday Night Live 41 years ago, back in 1978. Jake and Elwood Blue. If you don't know, it's worth the laugh. It's the guy, and the movie had a spiritual, a beautiful spiritual scene of them in the church, and it's just so amazing, so amazing. Okay. All right. Jennifer Van Winkle, hello. Thanks for the wave. Thanks for the hi. We're chilling. We're hanging out. We're doing some tarot. This is the Legends of Tarot Daily Tarot, April 22nd, Root Chakra Day. We're doing them live now because why not? It's an authentic place to be. It's a good place. Afro Princess, she's here smiling as always. And I thank you all for being here. Still standing. I'm still standing better than I ever been. Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. I do. Robert, you're helping with that. You're helping me feel like a kid again. I want to thank you, especially for coming in and sticking around and helping me feel comfortable and relatable, even because sometimes I'm just so out there. I just get kooky, right? I want my man to change my thought. In other words, prove your love to me. Show me how deep is your love for me, right? Lots of songs that I don't get singing in on. All right. We're at an hour and 10 minutes. Like I said, no ding dong at the door. It'll probably be a quick exit for me, but we can keep going. As long as you're here, I'm going to hang out. Why would I be the first to break the circle or peace out? I might just take a quick little breath here and see what's up, see what's next. We did the 5D portion already. If you're just getting here, top stories today. Uranus in conjunction with the sun in Taurus. The sun finally caught up. Shine a little light in all that mystery that hasn't happened in almost 100 years. What's going on over there? We're figuring it out. It's the nurture. It's the nesting. It's the key to us preserving our happiness. Once we have it along our path. Today we've been moving through the Zen garden from here to over there and noticing all the flowers along the way. And once we had, Afro Princess, yes, you are up next, I believe. You were Renice. I don't know who is here first, to be honest. Hi, Anna. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining us here. We're moving from here to over there in the little Zen garden, and all the little flowers and eggs in the nests along the way. Those are our terms. Those are our peace. That's our bliss. That's our abundance. That's our joy. That's our prosperity. That's our love. That's the fabric of our love. The love is like the bed sheet, but what is the fabric? What is it made of? What is the love made of? Renice, I do believe you were here first. Yeah, that's right. It's all coming to me now. It's coming back to me now. Afra, like I mentioned earlier, that I'm going to be on quite regularly because this is I do a daily tarot video. So I'm just going to turn that into live sessions. So you should always be able to catch me at least for a little bit. And I'm not a complete baboon. I definitely will remember, like if we have to cut it off, that, you're just remind me of it and it'll be fine. Definitely. Yeah. Okay. You know what? We'll get to you next. And that'll be what it is. That'll be what it is. What it is. Ines, she was here first. I was talking to myself for the first, 5 minutes of the live thing. Just chilling because I don't announce it. I just hit the button and go off like that, like a herd of turtles off to the races. That's kind of what we're doing here. We're going on. So we want to know, Renice, did you have a question, Renice? You probably did. I'm just going to scroll back in the chat, so don't mind my brain trying to do. You never really multitask. You just fail at two things at once. Water signs are the best. How did you know? Oh yeah, you want to know how Joel is feeling about your connection right now? Okay, fair. Renice and Joel. I don't remember this one from Saturday. You were here, Renice, and thank you all for being here that were here on Saturday and today. I appreciate you. That's right. Okay, Joel. And the stability, the connection itself. You want to know about your connection. Your connection. Like, do you got 1 bar on the cell phone of love? You got 4 bars on the cell phone of love? How well are we connected? Are we near town? Right? Do we got 5G? We got 5G pumping in, feeling a little sore, or are we close to living off the grid and being in tune with nature? Right? Whatever we like. Renice and Joel, from across your living room to across the universe, we're asking tarot for Joel and Renice. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Renice. I really do. All right. Michael rowed the boat ashore, Tingaleo. Let's see what's going on. Overall energy, 5 of Swords. Somebody's mixed up in something here right now, Renice, I feel. It's more than a lover's quarrel. It's more than a third-party situation. This is more or less like people feeding somebody else ideas of what's good for them and what's not. So that could be influencing the situation. It might be you or it might be him, but somebody might be saying, "Oh well, Romeo's no good for Juliet. Just don't go there, right?" Or when that girl's up to no good, she been around the block, right? Somebody's feeding him ideas or feeding you ideas at this time as to how they're being taken. We don't know, right? We need more light to shine in on that. Star Wars Day, May the 4th, I think, is the next new moon. Should be aware of some things coming in by that time in regards to a connection or a conversation. I think it will reach a pinnacle, an apex, a threshold, a precipice, or an ultimatum or a breaking point or something closer to that time of that date, okay? 3 cards for Renice and Joel, please. Right off the top, Renice. We've got, so things, 5 of Swords now into 6 of Swords reverse. So a progression of thoughts, right? Somebody is evaluating the other person through the connection. Somebody's like, it's almost, Renice, honestly, like somebody's playing the game. Like, do they pass my tests? Do they respond the way that I expect to? If this is kind of thing, it's not outrightly manipulative energy, but this is like the self-protection phase of getting to know someone. I feel with this 5 and 6 of Swords up here. So if we want to know how he feels about your connection, I would say that he feels that at one point in time it actually was better than it is now. For some reason, he might feel that it hasn't progressed in a while, or it hasn't been easy for the last little bit. The connection hasn't been one that is easily maintained, sort of thing, right? Not to say that it's like a high it's just to say whatever has been there challenged or stunted the growth or the nurture of the connection of you having 4 bars of, or do you only have 2 bars of the cell phone of love, right? You could have 6 bars here. We could be moving into stiller waters of knowing. But see the other lady in the boat? See her? She doesn't want to do anything for herself. They don't want to do anything for themselves. So it might be them or it might be her. And the tumultuous water could be coming in from other people dictating or saying what they think is best for the other person. Okay? Right? Interesting. 5 of Swords, we're all there getting all these ideas, and then we went and got on a boat together with somebody, but were they even there? Did they receive the same ideas kind of thing? Are they really on the same page? So in all honesty, what the tarot is saying about your connection of Joel is like somebody needs to bridge a gap of mind and of communication. Okay, so that's interesting to see that. Okay, tarot readers saying interesting. That's when you know they're like confused. What's so confusing about it? Page of Wands is up here to say is confusing is that there's been a lack of focus on the connection by one party or more, right? And it's interesting because if we want to look at this in terms of a person, this is a young fire sign. So I don't know your guys' signs, but this has more like an outside influence effect, somebody bringing a message in, or the frequency that's disrupting the connection, the communication, right? This is very etheric type stuff. This is very throat chakra based. This is somebody not being able to talk, somebody not being able to say what's on their mind, somebody not being able to even maybe focus for too long out of it. Somebody might be really dreamy or drifty here when it comes to this connection, okay? And there's an awareness of it, but I don't know why the cards are showing that it's been stunted. There's been no growth, and I think he's in recognition of it. And I wish I had better news for you. I really do. Right? It's not my intention. That's a nice way to finish it up with that last and third card. Make manifest said connection, please. 3 of Cups, thank you. Make manifest the connection. If there's a third party disrupting things, or a 3rd, 4th, and 5th party that are disrupting things, kick the thing out. Get off the party line. Get in direct connection and the communication, right? And the 3 of Cups here, make manifest. Maybe make use of tools or make use of commonalities that can strengthen that connection. So maybe you're just making love every once in a while. Maybe we need to throw a new recipe into the soup because the relationship itself has taken on its own consciousness. Now, again, the Taurus season, the little robin and the birdie, we're going to have to nurture it. So we're going to have to improve upon the day's soup, right? We're going to need to add a new ingredient here maybe, or make manifest the connection. Climb the mountain until you get 6 bars on the dang cell phone of love, and then you can be assured of a strong connection, right? And it seems to be challenged by effort and a little bit of undermining, whatever that might be, okay? So that reading was for Bernice, and yeah, so it's like whoa, in and out, away they go. I'm the leader. Yeah, you are the leader. So I hope you were able to take something from that, Bernice. That was a challenging one because the cards were, I guess, didn't bring. I was feeling through you, right? So I didn't feel up, but maybe it's what you needed to hear, right? And that's why I pull no punches when it comes to these little mini readings, and it's part of the reason why I don't invest a lot of time in personal readings, okay? Because when it comes to that, it's like I let go of my readings very well as soon as they're done, but they can sometimes be like rip me apart while they're happening, right? The heavier ones, at least, anyways. It's a good connection. I get senses Joel is a good man. So what I felt, right, through all that. I probably didn't say it because we're looking at the connection, but he himself, I get a sense he's a good person. Yeah, it can be, Robert. I mean, it's like I used to read before the days of the internet. A little background, and I went to work every night at midnight to a little office downtown, the city that I live, and gathered there would be numerologists, astrologers, tarot readers, empaths, handwriting analysis people, the best of the best, and they would hang out down there, and we would all sit together. In a office, we all had a cubicle. We do these via the telephone, right? And we did it for a big company. And the big company, we call Miss Cleo for $2.99 or $4.99 a minute, right? Well, imagine $4.90 a minute went to the company and $9 went to the reader, right? It's no wonder that the internet just absolutely destroyed that place, but yeah, just to say, like, yeah, I can definitely reflect on times, especially like in my early times, like 20 years ago when I was first learning the deck. Like, wow, and what a progression. And it's even strenuous to look back on it a little bit to say, wow, what a long, strange trip it's been, in the words of Jerry Garcia, right? Afra, it is your turn. You're up next. I think I'm looking at my Gucci, and I think I'll be able to fit you in. I think we'll be able to get it done. Okay. What's coming for me in my relationship with my love, Pisces? Will we get married in the future? And you are also Pisces. Oh, yeah, Anna. I thought I saw Anna pop in and out. Just 1 second. Afra. We got Afra and Anna now. Anna, yeah, if you're still here and we're still doing this, I'm not going to make any promises. I'm going to say, like, tentatively you are scheduled next after Princess 1. Uno. Hi, Anna. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thanks for joining around our little tribe, our little circle. I feel like I have a little hut on the beach with a couple tiki torches burning and a nice fire as the tide is rolling out under a nice full moon kind of thing. Just, we're chilling, really. It's like really chilling. Hi, Sheila Marie. All my love. Thanks for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel whenever. Well, I enjoy responding to your comments online, Sheila, and chatting with you on Facebook. You are someone that I'm so glad that you took me up on the offer to chat there and to spend a little bit of time there too. I mean, I'm not always there. I don't always have time to invest huge amounts of time in social media, but when I do have time, it's something I don't mind. I enjoy it. Some filet steak sauce. Robert's making us hungry. He's going to cook up some food while we get into a reading for the Afro Princess. And we got fish on fish. We talked a lot on Saturday about fish on fish. And There is no innuendo intended. We're strictly Pisces. Strictly Pisces. Just give me a minute for a deep breath, and we'll get going here. Okay. Oh, the deep waters. The deep waters. Go grab a tube steak. Get fed, Robert. A wise monk once said, take care of my stomach before you take care of my soul, or my spirit. The deep waters. Pisces, incredibly good spirits around you right now, Pisces. If you're not too locked up in regimented things, if you're being your innovative self, there is a lot of room to nurture the romance at this period of time for you. I see there being an opening in it, and I just got to get back to your original question for Princess. Oh, you retracted it. Okay, sorry. No, that's all right. That's all right. You have another Pisces, and you were asking about the relationship. I got the gist of it. If there's anything I missed or that I don't touch on that you wanted to, hi Chanel C, welcome. We're reading for Afro Princess now. Oh yeah, here what's coming with the Pisces, the two Pisces in love. All right. I feel this is a good match. This water on water, it's similar. Cancer, Cancer, Scorpio, Scorpio, Pisces, Pisces. It's like you're exploring the depths with one another. The relationship will always be tested when it's water, water. You'll always reach new depths, new horizons, new areas that you've never been before. And that always issues a bit of a yellow card, like a challenge. Like, hey, what's up? We haven't been here before. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? Right? That kind of thing. And that's the sense I'm getting is maybe why the questions are coming, Afro Princess, is because you might be in some uncharted waters with your person, with your other Pisces, and that's okay. Let's see what Tarot has to say about it, all right? Reversal on the Empress card, okay? Have you been experiencing, real or not, any restrictions that may have been limiting or you may have feel or your person feels been imposing on the relationship? This is a heavy-duty reversal, all right? This is normally the most prominent make love, make whatever you want card in the deck. So it's like this. It always has to ask the reader, what's the blockage? What's the problem? What's the issue? What is and I put it as a limitation, whether it's been directly imposed or not, or if it's just assumed. It could be just assumed, right? So in order to create more new good memories, it shows that you guys are going to have to overcome something. Or so there's a current roadblock, road construction, detour, move to the left, move to the right kind of thing when we see this up in the overall energy. So hopefully it's not leading to more questions or suspicions or harbored feelings, none of that, okay? We don't want any of that. We're not aligning with that. But there is a limitation. It's something that could cause that. And if you find yourself going down that road with this person, you need to hit rewind. You need to hit reverse and spin the tires in reverse and come right back and be like, hey, what did you mean by that? Let's get authentic. Let's get real right now in the moment, okay? 3 cards for Afro Princess. The Pisces, Pisces. Ace of Cups. That's good. So this is a card of renewal. This is a card of refreshment, right? You get 1 cup. You're there. You're thirsty. So I have a sense that you have the potential to be each other's all. You have the potential to be each other's everything. What is it? A bestie, lover, partner, companion, adventure buddy, swim partner. Right, you're Pisces. This is a dang swim partner. You're gonna explore like Dory and Nemo. You're gonna go check some stuff out that you've never been there before, and you're excited to go there together. But you got to make sure you're both on board, right? You got to make sure you're both feeling refreshed and that you're both there, because nobody wants to be feeling this other of like, I feel like I have to pull this other person along. I feel like I have to coerce this other person, or I feel like this other person may not be contributing enough into the relationship. It's feeling too much like work. You don't want it to feel that way. But think, if this had come up first, this is like bliss in love type cards, right? I can sense, I understand why you're feeling a bit of an issue. There's something that's not allowing the Ace of Cups to fully pour out. Or are two people having difficulty sharing one cup? Or are two people so in love that they have no problem sharing one cup? So it could be a situation where you're looking at the sharing of resources, the business aspect of it too, because it's like sharing a home, sharing the cup, right? The Ace of Cups. So it's, yeah, and it's new. It's new. It's going to have a new feeling to it. It's going to have that refreshed feeling to it, I feel, Afro Princess. But there's a limitation. There's like some sort of block or hurdle that's in the way, okay? Oh, are you kidding me? These are the cards for you and your Pisces. You got Ace of Cups, the Lovers, and the Empress. Mind you, the Empress was reversed, but still. Okay, don't doubt this in your mind. Go for it. Swim deep. Like, know that they'll be there for you as long as you have the assurity within yourself that you would always be there for them. Then go for it. This is something that it's like, if you didn't, there could be regret if you didn't, right? Because the tarot, when tarot tells a story of the Ace of Cups and the Lovers being here, that's the Ace of Hearts in the deck, right? And this is the twinning most process, right? People say they're looking for their other half, and then the woke people are saying, I don't need my other half. I'm a whole person. I'm looking for another whole person, right? This is two whole person looking to become just one person, like marry, meld into one another, fall into each other's arms, share a biffy, share a bed, share a kid, share whatever you want to share, but you're always sharing it, right? He's my soulmate. You are not wrong. You are not wrong. You are not wrong. And victory in the end, okay? The victory, and look at that. It's like, I mentioned that to somebody on Saturday too, right? When we see this, we're asking, this is like ring on finger type stuff. This is like winning the carnival prize. This is like getting you what you wanted, right? In this aspect, victory, okay? But in order to promote it happening, the Empress says you're going to have to execute some willpower here. You're going to have to do some active yoga doing, Zen doing in order to accomplish or overcome the hurdle. It's not just going to be given to you on a silver platter. It's going to require something more in terms of a commitment to your higher self, source, universe, your other person, that absolutely everything is there. It is ready. And then, yeah, boom, Ace of Cups, Lovers, Six of Wands. Awesome cards. I don't know who you've impressed in your lifetimes, Afro Princess, but I feel you make Source very happy. And Source can make you very happy too in terms of what you want to have happen. You just keep working at it, okay? Can you give me an advice card to see what I can do? I'll flip one more for you. Okay? We're going to cut it. We're going to cut it right there. Look at you. What you got to do, if this is important to you, you got to bring the romance. It's nice to be sought after, but if it reaches a point where it's so important, then you start affecting it. You start affecting the environment. Do it in a benevolent way where you bring the romance to it. You breathe the romance into it. I don't know if it's gifts. I don't know if it's words. I don't know if it's making the effort to get to that other person, to be closer to them. But it's like those are kind of things that need to happen. All right. Anna, yes, definitely. Sheila is here hanging out, and Chanel C. You don't have to pay for the questions, Chanel C. I do take them in order, though. I mean, definitely, if you want to throw a toonie down, I would definitely make time, because everybody, we're kind of like a little community here, and we know that tomorrow's another day, and I post quite regularly. This is the Legends of Tarot. That is like the dailies that I was doing. I'm going to just do live dailies because it feels so much more authentic. Plus, we get to do the news, right? Top breaking story. Uranus conjunct with the sun today. The sun finally caught up to Uranus. Whoa, did it shine some light in there? So the message behind that today definitely was be aware of what goes in terms of digestive health today and what comes out in regards to words. This is about things entering and exiting your etheric field and your awareness, the light that's been shined in on them. So for those of you that are at a starting point, that means self-nurture. For those of you that have a project or something that you have created, it means nurture unto that which you want to bring growth to. And that's happening for the month. That's happening for the month. We got a bunch of retrogrades, 2 more retrogrades to initiate, 2 more planets going stationary before the end of the month, but we're officially in Taurus season now. So we can just chill. We can just chill, and we're chilling in the nest. And we're chilling in the nest all night. Okay? Anna, you're a Leo. Blessed be. Blessed be. Sheila Marie, yes, you are lovely. You are so lovely. With cheesy, oh yeah, you guys are still talking about food over on that side of the beach. I might bring my wiener stick and come and join the campfire, have a marshmallow, burn a marshmallow. It's getting close to that season where I'm pretty far north, so I got to take advantage of it when I can. So I don't post every day, but for those of you that are looking for readings and have questions, keep checking back with me, because the point I was making is that, yeah, I will come back, at least a couple times a week, if not daily, a little bit later in the day than now. And however long we get is however long we get. Okay, so that's really cool. Live tarots, I do too. Chanel, I watch TLs a lot too. If any of you are familiar with Tarot Illumination, he's an empath, kind of doing the same thing. He's got quite a campfire going on over there. He's a funny guy. Definitely, he makes my heart smile, and he can make my heart cringe within minutes. And I just want to give a shout out. I'm not officially linked to his channel or anything like that. I tune in and I watch, and I just get that sense of the love. Yeah. Sheila, did you have a quick question? If not, I'm going to move on to Anna. But Sheila, I was thinking if you just had a quick jab to throw at me, I could do a cut for you, and then we could have time for Anna, because I believe she was next. Afro Princess, how did you find the reading? I see a lot of retracted messages. Hopefully you were able to take something from your cards or your reading. And I want to thank you for being here, okay? It's April 22nd. It's a Monday, Root Chakra Day, where I'm at anyways. We talked about the Earth Day celebrations, right? How there's actually 2 Earth Days in the calendar on the Legends portion, how that all came about back in the 70s. We talked about the Blues Brothers as well. It's been a 70s kind of day on the Legends portion, so. I'm still standing better than I ever been, looking like a true survivor, looking like a little kid. All right, Chanel. So, yeah, we're just going to see what's going on. Sheila, just prospects of a partnership. I'm gonna give you some quick cards, because I know Chanel and Anna are waiting for their readings. Anna the Leo. I'm kind of excited. And not to belittle you, Sheila, or say I'm just gonna rush past you. I just feel like you and I are connected on a wavelength that is your intuition fires so high, and I know that as a fact, so that it's like I don't feel, I guess, that I have to like put the meat into the cards. You're able to dine. You're able to go eat the whole marshmallow, and just based upon what you see, right? And so that's good. Sheila, it's coming up. Near future relationships. Near future and relationships. Knock to the bottom of the deck. All right. We got a reversal on a strength card here. So again, this could just be focused for today, Sheila, because it's in the overall energy. And we were talking how this 22nd is we need to be on guard for what is coming in and out of our etheric realm, such as diet and words and things of that nature. So I feel like this one here is just saying some strength being required. For some people, it's going to show up differently. For some people, it's an accident-prone day. For other people, this day is going to be more like I've woken up to a new level where I realize I need to do something about this, right? The end of procrastination or the end of putting something off has come with that card, okay? 3 cards for Sheila Marie, please. Sheila Marie. Okay, reversal on a 6 of Wands. Okay, we just had this upright in the last reading for victory. So what I can feel or what I can sense from this card here is that you might be clinging too tightly to something, okay? And Sheila, you'll have to put that on to whatever you probably know what that means. And if it's an idea or if it's a career, something work or career, I feel like you might be loosening the strings on something that you've been attached to for a very long time. It is a deeper something deeper and more meaningful. And it's not the easiest steps in the world. I think that you might have a portion of your journey that you're about to come up against it, and you might just be wooing the horse before you get there, so that you can do a little bit of pre-planning, pre-positioning on how you would like to see your accomplishment and your path to maybe even some least resistance, so you will experience less struggle or less of the Buddha's suffering as you get to where you're going. Okay, we'll take it deep. We'll go right to the Zen garden, Sheila. We're just going over there, right? And our immediate future and our future relationships with love life. You might just be at a bus stop or a Safeway or something. You just look to your left, and then that's it, right? Because I feel like you are on that level made manifest where it's like it's all a Zen garden. We're just going over here. It's all the peace, abundance, prosperity is it's all right there on the way over there, right? So don't get too worried. Some challenging, tough cards coming up for you. I hope you're well, and I want to wish you all the best. And I want to make you aware, although I know you already are. So this is more just like a confirmation of recognizing the energy that you do not want to align to. Chatty monkey brain. You don't want to let chatty monkey brain go on for too long before you whoosh, or ring this just to calm monkey brain down a little bit, so that you're not you're at a position for more spiritual expansion rather than tie down in the responsibility of the 3D world, right? We pulled our 3D cards up, and we had the renewal and the death and renewal card come up, right? Where we laid waste to id, ego, and super ego. And we allowed Kundalini, and we allowed the fresh takening, or the refreshing of awareness of inner love, the inner creator come through. Okay. What a good way. Look at all those little pips, 6 of wands, 8 of swords, just like sticking in there being like, Sheila, do this. Sheila, don't do this. Where it's just like, you get into your sanctuary and into your good headspace, you rise up above the entire planet. You take a celestial viewpoint on it. You take as much as you can in when you're in those spaces, and then the world just becomes like the pathway in the Zen garden to you. It's literally, there's nothing that can stand up to the challenge, the standing, your spiritual strength, right? I would say, if anything, you have a real chance, or it's not even a chance. You have a real open passing lane to make some huge grounds on spiritual awakening in just this one lifetime, Sheila. That if you dig in your heels and you get it done, you don't get caught up in the ticky-tacky, nitty-gritty, mundane, nutty-buddy type stuff going on around you. You can make your relationships, and you can make your world absolutely blissful. Okay, it's good to see the world card there. Thank you, world. Means the world, right? Okay. Wow. Sheila Marie, I hope you were able to take some from that. Okay. Much respect. Enough inspiration. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. Did we were going to read for Anna and Chanel number 5, Chantel. Oh, I have an old girlfriend named Chantel. She's a Virgo. What beautiful woman. But I would always think of those as Chanel number 5. I think she was French too. So, yeah, we'll keep on keeping on. We're giving her, right? This is the Legends of Tarot for April 22nd. It's a Monday. It's a root chakra day, right? Big story. The big news on the playing courts is a conjunction of Sun and Uranus on this day. So, shining all the way through, right? What's coming in? What's going out, right? What are we allowing, right? That's a big portion of it too. Grateful. I'm grateful for you, Sheila. Absolutely. I'm glad that you have a pinpoint, and you just allow my words to facilitate your thought process and make the connection on the other side. I appreciate that. That makes it so much better to read over this long a distance and in this format. So thank you. Normally I'll be posting the daily videos a little bit later than this, or a chance to connect live. I'm just playing a little bit of hooky from work today because I had a bruised face. Hopefully it's so yeah, grateful. Yes, we are grateful. We are grateful to have this day. In each day we feel blessed, we feel honored, we feel appreciative for our health, for our environment, right? And if those things are not where we want them to be, let's get cracking. Let's get hoofing her. Let's get giving her. I would like to know your love life in the next 3 months. I'm single. Okay, Anna. All right. Thank you for the question. And it is your turn. You are up next. So Anna's love life in the next 3 months. I do love life. Kind of segues into what we just talked about. Every day is awesome because I love being alive. So when you love being alive, you officially have a love life. When it comes to relationships, who you share your love with, that's your love social life. I love social life, right? Because all starts with a little kissy, hanky-panky, and then you got the pitter-patter of little feet, and then you've got the care for those who nurtured you, and now you choose to nurture, for good or ill, times of good or bad, wedding vows, the whole thing. It all dovetails into this beautiful thing that we human beings know as love, the romance. We get there and we're like, I'm finally present. This is everything. I have no reason to journey past this point of giving and receiving love in this moment. So why would I go anywhere? Why would I do anything else? Right? Well, but then that moment passes, right? That presence, or perhaps that love, that romance, right? Come a place, high school sweethearts marry each other, right? It's like Donna and Eric on that 70s show. I had to say that because it's been a 70s type day. We've been talking about the Blues Brothers, Jake and Elwood, talking about Earth Day, how it came about. It has 2 days since the 1970s. Okay. All right. But this one is about Anna. Okay. She wants to know what's up next 3 months. I think Taro's just about ready to go. One more over the end. We're looking at a 3-month time frame. That brings us into Leo. We got Taurus season, and we got Gemini season, then Cancer, then Leo. Why is it so hard for me to make friends? Chanel, I will get to your question as soon as we are done helping Anna arrive at her destination for her question, which is the next 3 months for Anna and her love. This is good. This is good. Be honest with yourself, Anna. What do you want? What's your expectation of it? Okay, now you got it. I wanted you to do it right now. Well, what does that look like? Now throw it away. Throw it away. Okay, whatever that looks like, throw it away. Because this is going to be something new. This is going to be something new coming for you in the next few months. I don't really get a sense of exes, old boyfriends, anything of that nature. I think romance, you're single, but this is going to be new. You're getting into a new section of sharing or what you desire in a person or in a relationship, right? Not sure where you're on your own personal path, but your love life and your love social life and the desire for it, it's going to be new, like Act 2 or the scene opening in a different place for the first time kind of thing. It's like you got to take it all in. The atmosphere's new, the environment's new. I get a sense it could be occurring in a new city or in a new place or in a new environment that is just you're not like it's not, you're not used to it. So I don't know if you've got any travel planned or if you're thinking of being somewhere different, but this has got this level of newness to it. Okay, that's Ace of Swords up there. Be honest with yourself. What do you want it to be? Okay, now throw that out. Because when you meet that person, it's going to be what it's going to be. It's not going to be that thing that you, it might be in part, right? And you can appreciate that after you've thrown it all out. And then you realize, oh, I have this again. I thought I threw that out, but here it is. It's right there. Right? It's right there. I have that. Whether it's maybe he's foxy, or maybe he's intelligent, or maybe he's funny, maybe whatever it is that you like about him. It looks like it might be a Sagittarius or a Leo or an Aries, right? I get this sense. Fiery, and someone who cares for you. This is like a vigilance. This is the person that you're bumping into here, that you're starting next with in love. I took the 3 months right out of it. I just said, scrap that. 3 months is 3 months. So this could be up to 5, right? This is through Leo season, and this could be into Virgo season. But this person is a master at something, a master of a craft, master of trade, an affluent business person, all right? Or somebody that just knows his deal, his stick. He's self-actualized, right? He's the one that keeps it together when everybody else is falling apart, like not quite Gordon Ramsay, but somebody that's got a good handle on things, right? And very fiery, very passionate. This has like overtones of like him being more than you expected, he or she being more than you expected. Okay, I put a him on it, but it doesn't have to be. It could be because the king showed up. More like it's brand new, it's initiating, it's initializing, but then it turns out to be more than you expected. Not necessarily more than you bargained for, but a little bit more than you expected. So it's like you might be at a time within 3 months of meeting this person of actually having to put the brakes on, right? Because they are a king of wands. They'll know exactly what they want, and you are it. All right. And this traveling, this business of going to a new city, going to a new place, going to a new direction, there might be a potential for a long distance relationship. I don't see it being old, but it's one that hasn't materialized yet or hasn't initialized yet, but you might be aware of it and you might be traveling towards it. So you might have put the 3 month thing on it, having a little bit of knowledge like, hey, there's a window for this particular thing to have happened, or this particular person to be in a part of my life. And so you may want to initiate and instigate and move towards it once you have it, once you know what it is, right? So you're honest with yourself. Who is it? What is it? Okay? And then you threw that out. But you got a glimpse of it. So let's travel towards it. Let's enjoy the honeymoon phase that is to come before the honeymoon phase, right? Those are the things like I can't wait to meet you. Or, you know what? We've gotten along so good, like talking on the phone or whatever it might be. I don't know if you're single and you do the online thing, Bumble or Tinderama, that kind of thing. There, you'll know a good jackpot in those arenas when you get filled with the mystery of the person, the addiction to the thought, rather than 100 dick pics coming up over the email in the first 5 minutes. No, just kidding. It's just, but you know what I mean. It'll be like that thing where it's like, let's take our time, let's get to know one another, because it could be far away. That's the feeling that I have. Okay, it could be far away. So I don't know if it's happening online, or you may meet them through work at a business conference, but it's too busy and you might not be able to get the quality time. So you might a situation where it's like you're getting a number, or you're having to make future plans away from everything in order to make it happen. And it almost feels like in order to make this happen, you might need to take a break from the nitty gritty, from the grind, from the daily activity, or regimented work schedule and things like that in order to allow it. And allow yourself. Maybe the whole process of dating is feeling a little bit too consuming, a little bit taxing. You're not even really wanting to give stranger a chance. You don't want to go strange. You always want to be safe, but at the same time, it's like you go out there for love. It's where it doesn't happen in the comfort bubble. Happens out there. Happens outside of it. Right? Okay, Anna. I see a smiley face. That's good. I hope you were able to take some from that. Should be good. We got just a few people hanging out, and I'm really happy about that. It's where I'm most comfortable. I'm glad our phones aren't blowing up. I'm glad not too many people have found out about us hanging out in this little corner of the YouTube with the Legends of Tarot, Daily Tarot. All right, it's April 22nd, Root Chakra Day. Sun and Uranus conjunct, right? What breathes us? What beats our heart? You know? Yes, we're all still here. You're very welcome, Anna. Thank you, still standing. Yes, Chanel. It is your turn, Chanel. And Robert, he's cooking us up country fried chicken, southern fried chicken, some spare ribs, some tater wedges. Oh, yeah, that does some pulled pork. That's yummy. Let's get that on the grill. I'll eat that. You can ask something, Chanel. Go ahead. Fire away. Fire away. What is that? Hit me with your best shot. If only my coffee cup was a microphone and I was standing on a Madison Square Garden singing to you. Wouldn't that be something? Why is it so hard to make friends? I'm so kind to people, but they don't seem to accept me. It's 2019. You're awake. You're woke. You're woke. Safak. You're woke. You are awake. So that's going to make it difficult. I talked about it with Ines, who was the first person here today while I was just talking to myself for the first couple minutes. And Chanel, we talked about how people's mindsets are not always allowing them to be energetically matched with even a person that they connect with. So it is about the energy making, being energetically matched. So, you take a pool of people, you're nice to all of them. There'll be those two that just don't reciprocate, and they're just like they're grumpy Charlies or bummed out ding-dongs, right? The next half dozen, they're cordial, they're polite, but they're busy. They're not really awake yet. They're chasing the reputation, the dream is, okay, so that's 8 out of 10. Then you get another 3 or 4. They might be, pretty decent people, friendly. They know how to make you smile, vice versa. But where do they go? They're gone, right? These are the people that are already have social circles, Tell you a little story about why this particular thing was difficult for me as well. I came from a small town and I moved to a larger center, not realizing that the friends that were made in the younger years in the big center, in the big city, they were like communities. They were already gated when I arrived there. We're woke when I arrived there. And so people would be nice to me, but I would still not be the person that they would call up and say, hey, come over, hang out tonight. Cause it's like, we'll do another 70s show reference. Like imagine being new in Eric's basement, right? They didn't like Jackie at first. She's in from the outside, right? She wasn't core. And then she became core. And then she didn't let anybody else from the outside come and hang out in the basement. And I mean, that's just kind of to illustrate the social circle point. I know you probably understand it. So where I'm seeing is, so you've got off the bat, you've already got like 15 people that would be impossible to reach, based on the fact that they're not woke, right? And say you get 20% of people that are at least open to talking about spiritual things. Some of them will have fallen back on themselves. So they may be talking about yoga, doing yoga, going out climbing every weekend, doing all the hipster stuff or all the woke stuff, right? But then when it comes down to where is your authenticity? And then they're just not there, right? So it does. It might leave you like 1 in 20 people. Yeah, I totally get it. And what broke it through for me is somebody else was in my shoes at the same time in the same place. And we established really core friendships where it's like we knew the social circles were there. We knew that we could hang with this one for a while, go over and hang with that one for a little while. It's like the dreamers and the dorks, or what was it, the rockers and the greasers and the so we knew that all that was around. Being a part of them, we made them want to be a part of us because the friendship was core. We laughed louder than anybody at the party. We laughed louder at the bar, and it was authentic. It wasn't jaded up in cheerleader politics or anything like that, right? It was real. And I think given that you're woke, I feel like you might be able to shift your focus, or what I might be preaching to the choir. We haven't even pulled cards yet. So I might just be preaching this part of the choir. Like, I've tried that, right? Doesn't work. So we will pull some cards on this, although I feel like this needs to be something where you come to a point of acceptance with it for what it is. We might not be in a position where we want to try and change it. We might want to be in a position where we want to accept it and then see our opportunity as being blessed enough not to have that being involved in that inner circle, right? But I definitely feel the heartstrings of how it feels to want to be social, to want to be a part of the energy, when really, because it is energy. Nonetheless, you want to be there. You want to be a part of it, right? So, but not as bad as it used to. Yeah, that's good. You're waking up, and it's good. Today is about protection as well. Chanel, it's 2019. It's like when you need to be on alert for people that would cling to you for energy as well. So just be mindful of that. I'm gonna pull just some cards for you, just for your portion of the Zen garden. Remember, we're going over there. We're already in heaven, but we're just gonna go over here a few steps, and then we're in heaven still, right? But over there might feel around the world, right? I think you're destined for a lot. What's your sign, Chanel? What's your sign, if you don't mind me asking? Cards for Chanel. I'm still standing. Aquarius. Huh. My friend that came in from the outside, that was at the same place at the same time, he was Aquarius. We turned into amazing bros. We're still friends. He has a wife and kids now, but we're still solid. So a lot of inspiration, a lot of respect. You might be there in a facet. You might find yourself in that position one day too, where it's like you see someone really struggling with acceptance issues, and you might be there to lift up the spirit, as a light worker, Chanel. Okay, cards for Chanel, please. Want to know why she's so amazing. I want to know. And Tower reversed the overall energy, right? Fundamentals. Be your own rock. Be your own island, right? You don't want to be Float Sam or Jet Sam. You don't want to be at the mercy of perilous waves all your life. At some point, you want to be the beacon. You want to be the lighthouse. You don't even want to be the super tanker anymore, because the super tanker could still go down. You want to be the rock. You want to be that which, you can provide light, shelter, warmth, in a metaphorical sense, maybe in a literal sense, but you do it more so by your presence. The Aquarius presence is a powerful one. So if you can learn to ground it and continue on this path of acceptance and saying it's not as meaningful as I once, and mark your progression against it, it's perfect. Because sometimes the rich history that we can build for ourselves in terms of like the memories we create for our lifetime, being able to look back and say, I've had an interesting life. I've had an awesome life. That comes from you always having that point of presence, that point of like, I can be what I want. I can do what I want to do, because there's no taking away from me. All I'm doing is adding. The rock is I'm building on the rock. I'm building anew, right? And you attain a rich history of memory from that to lead to your overall happiness. Now, social circles, they change a lot, decade to decade. I've been on about the 70s all year, or all show, right? But they change from decade in your 20s. The social circle means something totally different as it does at the end of your 30s and your 40s and your 50s, right? The dynamic of it changes. And it's like we come into our time at different times in our lives. When you're awake, you can be present in all of them. But if you want to watch unawake people that are popular and happy in high school and they don't wake up, they turn 31 and they're the one that's like, man, can I help you out? Like, do you need help, right? And then the other person in their 20s that went completely Kurt Cobain and just drank and boozed and did all the drugs and did all whatever, they're going to have a tough time in their 50s being social because they'll be attached to an oxygen tank and a catheter, right? All that. It's like it means something, and where you start and how much you invest in what is fulfilling at the time always has a special dynamic to it as it changes, as it can shift. Okay, 3 cards for Chanel, please. 3 cards. We've got a reversal on the Temperance card here. Yeah, so yeah. The feeling is that you could be feeling a little bit unhappy, or a little bit lonely, or a little bit out of whack when it comes to thinking like, am I crazy here? Or has everybody else gone crazy? Or am I losing my marbles? Which one is right? And the answer is both. But at the same time, the answer is neither, right? Because if Temperance was upright, you'd be like, see, both. See, neither, right? So if you get into those lines of thinking, try not to spend too much time questioning, have I been hard done by? Is this my fault? Is this my ill-fated karma? Or are these people just lunatics? Are they just selfish? Are they just low, right? Forget it all. Forget it all. Go to a new place in the river. Go to a new place in the garden. Doesn't mean literally, it doesn't mean you have to move away. It just means you move into new subtle changes in your thought forms, being like, what's going to make me happy today, right? Where can I derive happiness out of today? If it doesn't mean that I go have to meet Susie and Cheryl and Bobby and Ricky and Jimmy and Jerry over, at 3 cheers and a pint or whatever it might be, right? It can mean various different things. It could mean getting involved in community again. I should be holding this card came up this way for you. All right. I'm too focused on having it this way for you. I'm sorry. It is because you recognize the power within yourself. You recognize the journey for what it is. Hell, you're woke. You're there and you're doing it. So the things of the mind, when you reach that level, it's like treat it like almost like toys, like playthings, right? This toy isn't satisfying anymore, right? And it's harsh to say, but unawake persons in certain social circles, when it goes through that dynamic, you can't expect it. You can't have it anymore. You just can't, okay? All right. Look at these reversals. 3 major arcana in reverse. The cards I've drawn for you, right? Okay. But you don't quite know what it is. This card came up earlier for somebody's reading, and it's showing you can't quite make the call because you don't quite know what it is. So my advice on this is remain open. Stay open to all things that come into your thing. Keep your notifications on. Keep your ringer on. Those sort of things. If little Billy over there, if he's not quite feeling acceptance too, hell, why not? Let's go for a coffee. Let's go to open mic night, or let's do something out of the ordinary, because we don't know what it is. We still need to seek it out. We still need to explore it, right? Okay, and one last card for you, Chanel. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. After all those upper arcana, major arcana, we've got an upright 3 of Wands. Beautiful card of manifestation. Make it what you want. Subway, make it what you want, right? Make it. As all that card is so awesome. Because make it, do it, make it what you want. Take the power, that inner power, that rush, and be like the linebacker, like, get out of my way. Like, I'm not getting pulled in by this stuff anymore. I'm making a stand. I'm like, it doesn't matter to me. When you look at the circle, you'll be able to tell. Are these people going to be able to make me happy in 2, 5, 6, 8 years? Probably not. Okay, I love you, Chanel, and you're so welcome for the reading. Plan to moving by October. Well, good luck with that. I have to move to end of August. There's a stinky tower, right? When it comes up, it's like, yeah. I'm a bit of a gypsy, though. I never bought like a land or a house. I'm more one of these, like, I'll just float around because the age that we're in is conducive to it, right? You are still standing. I'm still standing. I think I can respect the fact that you get a few more questions. Mad respect. Thank you for the donation earlier. I appreciate you. That was awesome. threw a toonie in the ring. Bing! Super chat. It's awesome. I love moving's good, Chanel C, because you get to take stock. I like part of me likes the cleaning and the purging aspect to it, the downsizing, the minimalizing, that sort of thing. I've been in some larger houses for the last little while, and I'm finding I've been amalgamating way too much stuff, and this is way too much space. So I'm going back to like condo style living, apartment style pretty quick. So should be good. And I'm going back to school too. I hope your move goes well. And Chanel, from your thumbnail there, it's like on my laptop, it's tiny, but you look like a very beautiful woman too. You're physically attractive, and I think it's always when you see someone like that at a place like this, it's like, wow, that is reflected on the inside. They're beautiful through and through. That's so awesome, right? Card for you still standing has got priority, I think, unless anyone came into the room that I'm missing. Thanks for still being here, everybody. Is Robert still cooking up food, or is he might have had to go? That's all right. Talking about food for 20 minutes, he'll probably be eating for 20 minutes, right? That's awesome. Oh, you're sweet. Okay. A card for your big sister. Oh, for health? Oh, we can pull more than one for health. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of it. This is the Legends of Tarot, April 22nd, Monday, Root Chakra Day. Headline news today, Uranus goes conjunct with the sun. So that's really good. Be mindfulness brought to what enters and exits the body in the etheric realm in your time and space. It's what's showing here. It's what's shining. The sun finally caught up to this big transit that just occurred. So yeah, we're getting some insight. We're getting some light today. Breaking story, right? What's your sister's name, Afra? Sorry, what's your sister's name, Afra? That's a good point too, Chanel. The decorating part, the making it yours, and the different colors. Yeah. Oh, I'm still standing. Did Robert have to go and get something to eat? All right, Afra. I'm going to focus on your sister. Is she your blood sister? Or sister in the common sense of the word? Nesreen. What a beautiful name, Nesreen. Beautiful, beautiful name. Chanel C, were you talking to me or still standing? She's kind of cute. I like how round her head is. The wind took Robert away. Oh well, that's good. I'm glad for everyone that stopped by today. It's pretty fun. We're over 2 hours now. My person's still in here. I might have to track him down, but for now, we're just living in a place of no worries. Dang, Dingle. All right, we're moving on. We're giving her on. Nesreen. That's right, Nesreen. Hello, Moonlight Scorpio. I'm so happy to see you here. Thanks for tuning in, turning on. I went live on Saturday by mistake. Sorry, you guys. I got to tell Moonlight a little story because she's been a significant supporter of my little YouTube channel since it very started, since the very first day it started. So I'm so happy because we haven't talked in a hot minute. We haven't talked in an age, right? So Moonlight on Saturday, I just wanted to see live if I could, and then it went live, and then I ended up reading like cards for 20 people, and it was 4 hours later, and it all went super well. So now I'm super addicted to it because it's like crazy authentic way to connect with everybody, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm so happy that you are here. This is a Legends of Tarot portion going live. I'm thinking about coming on doing quite a bit of live, right? Today we're talking about the conjunction with Uranus and the sun. The sun finally catching up with Uranus and shining some light into this 85-year-old transit that we really don't know what's going on. There's been some crazy stuff. The ball's bouncing all kinds of ways, right? Yeah, it has been quite awesome. Okay, we're going to pull some cards for health for Afra's sister, Nisreen. I'm going to cut the deck 4 times for this one, Afra Princess. I'm going to do a little different just because we're looking primarily at health. And so I got a little bit of a different methodology. So no overall energy. We're just kind of looking at this through that. So, all right. There is a certain uncertainty in regards to health. And there's almost a feeling like something that's left a bit of a helpless feeling, okay? And I don't know if this could be an emotional health situation. This could be dealing with the people that she is attached to the most, or that she shares her love with, or that commemorates or gives her life purpose, okay? I pray and my heart goes out. I hope there's never any disconnect there. 7 of Cups can sometimes mean a bit of a disconnect, but the uncertainty is real, okay? The uncertainty is real, okay? And we've got a reversal here on a 5 of Cups. So it feels like she could be having physiological responses to emotional situations, Nesreen. Something could occur to her. She could feel it very deeply, and then it could end up manifesting in terms of physical type stuff or health related type issues. Okay, so that's something to be on guard for, right? It's requiring the mind chatter to be toned down a little bit, and being able to turn off the emotional triggers, the emotional stressors that cause discomfort or any kind of disease, things like that, because the repair systems are there. All the repair systems are, I have a feeling like she's still vibrant and vital. I'm reading her through you, reminded this is reaching. We're looking at a third party reading through the matrix within the matrix. So this is really going out into the universe and then back from Nesreen. So this here, I would suggest she's vital, but what is causing the most concern, if there is concern with health, is emotional triggers causing physiological reactions that could cause discomfort or any kind of disease. Okay, and she's got a lot on her plate. She probably is stressed right now. She is probably burning the candle at both ends a little bit here. And this is a matter of being able to keep up, because it's tough when it comes to health. There's a double-edged sword right there, right? It's what's on the other side of it. This is the 2 of diamonds now. This is kind of like, we need to kind of be careful about what we're doing and what is contributing to good health practices and what is amalgamating in terms of bad type stuff. And I want to offer an advice that if you've been strictly Western medicine, rely on the other half, get into some bougie shamanism, some high-end, some good stuff, right? And if you've just been doing the homeopathic, the alternative medicine, get locked into some Western stuff here, and then you'll get the answers that you need, okay? And then we've got a Chariot card here, okay? So moving forward, progressing in a linear fashion, we don't want to be going backwards. We don't want to be going sideways at this time. We want to be going forthright and forward, okay? If there, at some point where the Chariot arrives at its destination, it will be time to step off. It will be time to sit down and to stand down, to something. Okay, this card here, there's something that's blinded in the future. When you see this in the Rider-Waite, it's always facing back at the Chariot. The card is always a depiction of the Chariot, not what the Chariot driver is perceiving. And unless we know what the Chariot driver is perceiving, we cannot know how stable the Chariot and the horses are themselves. Could be full of obstacles, could be clear sailing, but we don't know. We never know. We just have to push through, and we just have to get there. Okay, so you asked for a health reading for Nazreen, and that's what tarot came up with. I hope you were able to take something from that, Afro Princess. Oh, I'm seeing sad faces. That's not good. That's a bummer. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me read some of this. Oh, 22 twin sisters. Oh, you lost your sister. So we were crossing mini planes there. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Afra. That would be a very hard thing for you to experience. The letting go process. Sometimes it's hard to release that grip, right? Take comfort, take concern. If I had known that the person that I was reading for had passed, the message, if it's me as a reader, it might have come through a little bit differently. And I'm sorry that if anything I said upset you. So, but we have to move. We are moving on. We are always letting go as we're always coming into it, right? Please sing for me. I'm still standing better than I ever been. Looking like a true survivor. Feeling like a little kid. Was that today? No, that was Saturday. Moonlight is when I did that. And then today I came on because I've been doing like the daily readings. So I wanted them to do like more like do those live, like so that we could be like a broadcast, like dun 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 dun. Breaking news: Uranus and the Sun are conjunct Monday, April 22nd, from the good people at the Legendary Tarot. And we always talk about the legend. So for those of you joining us, fresh joining us, thank you for being here. As always, we wish you the best in peace, prosperity, abundance, joy, bliss, and happiness. We were talking about how April 22nd is Earth Day Part 2. The first Earth Day happens on the equinox of spring, and then April 22nd, because back in the 70s, when these grassroots organizations were growing up, they had the same idea at the same time. We got to protect the environment, and they were both right, but they had a difference on the date, depending on where in the country and where in the world came up. So it's kind of a Earth Day across the board, just on the tail end of Easter here, Easter Monday. We've got, what else we have? The Blues Brothers made their first appearance on Saturday Night Live 41 years ago, 1978 on this day. Jake and Elwood Blues. Dan Aykroyd and what was the other guy? Belushi. What a great creative thing that was. How many laughs. We've been keeping it 70s because that happened in the 70s as well. What else did we have? Can't remember. Lots of cool stuff we were talking about today. And then we got into doing cards for everybody. And that was kind of nice too. Just to fill in, we'll go back in. There's a lot of creative people born on this day in particular. We're into that nurturing. We're live in Taurus now. Born 1950, Peter Frampton. Who else do we have? We have born 1936, Glenn Campbell. Beautiful, right? That's amazing stuff. And then born 1937, Jack Nicholson, right? What amazing actors and songwriters that have come into our life through this day. We still have to get to Still Standing's question. Post it up. I'm paying attention now. Let's keep up with the programming. We now return to regular scheduled programming. No more of this, but cool stuff. Yeah, Moonlight. Wow, I'm so happy that you are here. I thought your number came up on my phone a little while ago, and so I sent a text back, but I wasn't sure if it was yours. I think I sent like a dragon and a mushroom and a heart or something. But yeah, definitely. You've been in my thoughts, prayers, and dreams more times than I can count, and I just want to thank you for saying hi today. Sheila and Robert probably had to go, and that's all right. There's only like 6 of us over here, which is why I love it so much. Nobody knows about us yet. Nobody knows that we're just like back here in this little corner of the YouTube and of the internet, chilling. And we're chilling in the club all night. Well, I do have a sister, but we are not close whatsoever. There's a lot of favoritism with my family, and they treat me wrong, so I stay far away from them. Like a reversal on a 10 of Pentacles type energy is what he just said. It was kind of like that image. Yeah, Robert, you still back? Did you get your belly full, brother? Did you have a steak? Did you have a chicken fried country? No, no, that's not right. You were making me hungry there. You guys are talking about all that food. Still Standing has a sister. We want to know. So you posted a situation. It's kind of like a let's go Jeopardy style. Let's try and put this in a form of a question. We could put like, what's going on with Still Standing's family? Oh yeah, and Hosa. I remember doing the first part of your reading, and thank you for hitting the cha-ching for the donation. Okay, let's split the deck one time to see what it's staying for Hosa, and then let's pull the cards for your family. Okay, Still Standing. I think that'll be a good way to attack it. I just need a minute here. We'll get back into it. 2.5 hours, man. The time flies. It goes by so fast. Yeah, it's all good. Moonlight is all good. I stepped away for a year. Now I get 20 views on a video. It's hilarious. The algorithm has been wacky. I used to have like 8,000. Now it's like 20. But I almost like it better that it's so small knit and it's like regrowing over again. It was like a perennial flower where we cut off all the chaff and the dead, and now the little plant is like receiving. The most important part is receiving all of the attention and the nurture and love. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. Okay. Hosa, can you see? All right, we got 7 of Pentacles. It was a cut, so we'll take it. So he's waiting. He's waiting for you to make a move. That's what I feel. He's there. He knows things. He knows things could be hotter, better, brighter. But he's waiting for a sign. He's waiting to act. It's like he can't initiate without some sort of something to come in to set aside his subconscious fear. Something like that. This is kind of like what I feel going on with that 7 of Pentacles type thing. Still Standing. Yeah. Because it's 2019. Men are shook. Dude, Hosa's shook. Maybe he's shook. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's good. But it's kind of like when we looked at the relationship earlier, Still Standing, it was like there's a lot of potential there. So it's like when you enter those depths, right? How deep can you go before people start getting scared? And they don't even have to be outrightly scared. They could be subconscious fears that show up as blockers, as limitations, right? I'm not going to say this. I'm not going to do this because what if XYZ happened, right? And it's kind of like, well, yeah, it'll keep a tarot reader going, but at the same time, it comes to that point where it's like you may have someone who is in a water-sensitive place that will just not initiate it without the security to know that they're going to be all right on the other side because you have the potential that you do mean that much to them. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense for you. Let's look at the family situation now. We got like a Cinderella thing going on here. I feel like, what are the stepsisters doing? Why do I have to sweep out the pantry all the time? And they get to go to the ball. What's going on with that, right? That's I get that feeling. And Robert, yes, you can. As long as you are full and ready to go, take care of my tummy before you take care of my soul. It's like we're in the Zen garden. Remember, we're going over there. That's all we're doing. But there's like the cook is out in the garden right now. You guys hungry? Why are you, don't fill up your spirit till you fill up your belly, or it won't stick. It won't have anything to stick to. Need some good stew or some. What you guys were having? Doing the tube steak boogie as a hot dog with relish. That's what that is. If you ever wondered what the tube steak boogie was, it was a hot dog with relish, and it's so messy that you're eating it over there. That's what she does the boogie, the tube steak boogie. That's what that was. Okay. Anyways. Back to Still Standing and a question about her family and the stepsisters. Cherry pops out again. you might need to if you've broken from them, you might need to either like stand your ground and stay your course, or you may decide to flip that chariot around and come in for another hot, fiery pass and be like, hey, I'm a presence here. What's going on? Somebody open up. Enough with the innuendo, enough with the passive aggressive behavior, enough with this, that, or the other thing. We need to see it for what it is, what the daylight is. Okay? Does that make sense? Still standing? Just a little flipper on that chariot. It's been poking around, and it's kind of perturbing me because it's like, can't see into it, But we can look at it directly. We just need to turn around sometimes, or we stay the course and say, F it, who cares? I don't care if I don't know. You know what? Because the more I let go of it, the more likely it is going to work out, to turn around in your favor, or to somebody recognizing or realizing that they were in the wrong and coming back to you asking for forgiveness or permission. Okay, I'm going to cut the cards. I'm just going to take a quick breather here because some of it's tarot and some of it's channeled, right? Some of it's channeled tarot, and we're on a tarot channel. What can we do? What can we do? Thanks for being here, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate you. Barbecue ribs and a burger. Wow. Okay. Matters of money, and if somebody's got it's either light fingers or they're covering up the treasure pile. Stay away. This is like Gollum, my precious, like type stuff going on here, right? And this is tough because there's nothing that can force this energy. This energy has to move at its own pace. So if I had advice in the overall energy, stay observant, stay attentive to what's going on there, but try not to get involved. Try not to dictate other than what you can do through your own meditations and your letting go. This situation here, or this one person in particular, right, is they're not giving anything up, and they're not giving up, and they're not about to change for anything else or anybody else, no matter who that person is. And I think still standing, you're awake and aware enough to recognize if it's an earth sign, it works out. But if it's not an earth sign, to recognize it is for what it is, right? All right, 3 cards for still standing. I'm still standing better than I ever been. Page of Cups. She sends a message of love. She said, I love up the way you do. I love the way you pop, pop, pop. Look at the little fishy. What is it? What is it all about? How important to you is it? And is the emotional connection about what's going on, is it because you truly have risen above where others are perceiving it and you're trying to see it out of love, but you're dealing with other immature energies that cannot see it from that vantage point? The fish doesn't know what's going on. The girl barely knows what's going on, right? But all they know is that they're there in a moment together, and they got to figure out a plan. Either dump the fishy back in the water, rinse the cup, and then use it for yourself. Do you need to help portage the little fishy over to the other side of the island and dump him off on the other side so he can have a new experience? We don't really know what to do yet. We're not really sure what's going to happen. And sometimes that what we perceive as in our hands is not really. Little fishy, you could flip out of there at any time. You don't have a fish in your cup anymore, right? So this is people, I think, longing to make sense of it all. But it's almost like when you see these two up together, there's not really any common ground that they have right now. So whether this is you or your family or different family members in between themselves. A water sign that's involved, this could be you. I think you said you're a Pisces, right? Still standing. It's almost, there could be another water sign that's involved, and you're not willing to meet in the middle, I feel. Okay, don't mean to pick on you, but I feel like there's this kind of like off the table. Oh, you're an Aries. Okay, so I don't know who here is a water sign that is not acting very maturely, or is potentially doing anything to get their way, right? Because the immature emotional element of everything, it leads to bad behavior sometimes, leads to shaky ground, right? That kind of thing. Okay. Reversal on a 4 of Cups. Yeah, and that's tough to see there. I think you've done a good job so far as picking yourself up from this and taking fulfillment from other places. I think you are ready to start beginning to see the potential in the harvest of your own life, of your own doings, matters of estate and matters of family. This card lets me know to tell you, you can let them come around when they want to come around. You're going to be fine one way or the other, right? And if it is a matter of conditioning where it's like they're this way and they've always been that way, or they've never been able to see my side of the story or this side of reason, you kind of got to flip it on them, like in a literal sense, right? See the ground that tree's rooted in? And when you flip it up top, the ground becomes the canopy of the tree. She could be hanging there, like just weighted, like ill-fated, like, ooh, I don't know, and all the cups are dumped out. There's no feeling left towards that anymore. There's no empathy. What was once empathy because love had been instilled there has turned to apathy because the love has not been refreshed. The love has not been reaffirmed, and that's why they would. So, okay. Seven of Pentacles, right? Yeah, the harvest, right? Life. When you were a kid, life was what your family made it, right? That's the way it was. Do what your parents say. Rebel when you wanted to rebel. Confide in your sister when you felt you could confide in your sister, right? It was that way. You did things their way. You were conditioned to. It was a matter of love. It was a matter of sanctity. It was a matter of family. But now that you're older, it's a matter of fact that you are the one that is living for you, regardless of what happens there. So Tarot's really saying, keep attentive, keep attention on it. Keep a lookout for changes. That Knight of Pentacles there, don't expect them. And you may just find yourself waiting this out for a longer period of time. Okay? So still standing in the Aries side of things. Sorry, I don't know why I felt Pisces. Are you early or late Pisces? Pisces, Aries, are you near the cusp? I don't know why I picked up on the Pisces there, or as one of the family members in on that. Robert Kraft, sardines. Really, bro? Really? That's awesome. I prefer oysters myself, or a good chunk of pickled herring is all right. Because we're giving her, right? We're hoofing her. We're going for a rip, bud. That's Canadian for all is well, and we chilling. We're absolutely chilling. Yeah. So just you and the kids. Oh yeah, and definitely you probably think about it because you're like, what a great legacy that would be if my family was open enough for the little ones, right? That makes it hard. And yeah, Knight of Pentacles was there, and then there's usually kids. There's usually kids when I see that card, especially in this deck. It's just like nobody's going too far too fast, with little ones, and especially in standing estates and things like that. Well, thank you for coming to have your tarot read. Still standing right now. I have that song in my head all day now, and it's good. It's good. The other one, can't remember who I was talking to. I think it was Sheila Marie, or perhaps Moon in Cancer. One of them, and they were like, said something about 9 to 5, and Dolly Parton came into my head, and instantly it was like that. I was like, 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. You lose your mind, all the taking and no giving. Okay, that's it. I got a cap in there. It's just like, get a little silly. And you're still here, Sheila. Thank you so much for being here. We're chilling. It's the Legends of Tarot, April 22nd, Root Chakra Monday. Top of the news, top story today. Uranus goes conjunct with the sun. The sun finally catches up with a Taurus Uranus, which hasn't, this is like another 84-year milestone or 86 or whatever it is. Now we can take a peek in it. Now we can look and see what are you really up to, Uranus? What's really going on back there or out there, kind of thing. Yeah. It wasn't you, Sheila? Oh, it must have been Moon in Cancer. We were talking about it. Somebody typed in 9 to 5 on the chat. Dolly, right now, Dolly. Yeah. Hi, Sunshine. Of course, you can ask a question. Your timing is impeccable because we've been reading for all these cool cats, all these wonderful people that have joined us, and we're just a little tribe doing a little corner of the matrix over here. We're spreading love and benevolence. I wish you all the best in joy, love, peace, prosperity, abundance, joy, and happiness as we move through the destiny of today, April 22nd, here on the Legends of Tarot. And go ahead and ask a question. You can ask a question. I had an interesting dream last night, so I want to know, what is this positive change happening for me? What is the positive change happening for Sunshine? Sunshine and lollipops. You were here too on Sunshine, weren't you, Saturday? Thank you for being there on Saturday and making my first live session that much more enjoyable. Couldn't do it without you guys. And I've decided to take the daily tarot and make them into live sessions. They won't always be this long, and a lot of times they might be coming a little bit later in the day. But yeah, if you don't get your questions answered in a given time, if I have to cut it off, then know that I will get to you very soon. Very soon. I might have to cut her here pretty soon. I'm running out of frothy beverage to keep my throat dry in my etheric realm. That's a logarithm for today with the Neptune conjunct the Sun. What's going in? What's coming out? I'm putting in a little coffee, a little water. I'm spitting tarot. That's what's coming out. But it's an awareness to these things, a return to health for somebody, or a point of action to health and nurture today. And that's okay. It's what it needs to be. It's Earth Day, right? It's one of the 2 Earth days. Sunshine on my shoulder. Yeah. Was that a Disney one? Sheila? Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder. It reminds me of that. I don't know if that's the one. I remember because John Denver, right. Yeah, Mr. Yeah. That takes me into some different funny thoughts of John Denver. Unreal. Okay, Sunshine. What is this positive change that's coming for you? You know what? I feel like the crowd has changed over a little bit. Sunshine, before we do your reading, I want to pull another 5D card for the whole group, okay, from the Dreams of Gaia. We did this once before. We did it about an hour ago, and we're like already almost up on 3 hours. So we're going to do that, and you can tune into this 5D message because this is for everyone. So this one might help out your question about the dream and about what's going on, okay? Yeah, the dreams. Don't live the dream, dream the life, right? What was the other offspring? The cruelest dream is reality. Oh, well, what is it really, other than what we make it? So it's tough. I love song. I love music, as you can tell by how badly I butcherly sing a lot of like popular songs. But like, I'm really careful and discerning about how those songs touch me on a subconscious level, because the range is all the way from like way benevolent to like let the sun shine in, all the way down to like, whatever you're into, and it's all liberating. It's all fine, but it is today's all about what do you let in, what do you allow, right? All right, Robert Kraft. No, I know you got another question going on. But I think Sunshine is here for the first time. And we're gonna do a 5D message. We'll get Robert, and we'll get Imagine like seven people in the chat room, and it's too much to keep up for me. Can you imagine if there was like 70? I'd just be like, I don't know what to do. Yeah, we'll do the Sunshine. We'll do Robert Kraft. They're on his surfboard, the yellow surfboard. I bought a yellow surfboard back in 1993 from a little surf shop. It was like a little 8-foot single fin. That's what it had a single fin. That's why I loved it. It had this big cutout, like you could tell, like somebody had used it to smuggle drugs across the Mexican border, like way back in the day. And it was like an old single fin, 70s style board. We're all about the 70s style right now. All right. Can we have one card for a message for the group? Okay, it came flying, and we get 2. All right, first up, you got this card of emotions. Sorry about the glare. Hopefully it's not too bad. I might have to hold it back a bit. The light's changing in this room as the day marches on. The card of emotions. This is great because emotions are like our spiritual response to stimulus in our environment. There's something very scientific about emotions that remains so elusive to faith-based organizations and even our understanding. It's that pattern, it's that balance of thoughts produce emotions and emotions produce more thoughts, like almost like the scientific process. Questions produce answers and answers produce more questions. So if you can look, if you're dealing with difficult emotions at that time, realize the ongoing process that they are. Realize the language that they are. Learn that language. Study that language. Become an alchemist of emotions, right? You've probably been there. You're here right now, which lets me know you've probably been through the whole gamut of emotions. Happiness, anguish, sadness, despair, all of that stuff. You've been there. You've seen both ends of the spectrum, right? She's holding that sword out before her, and it is. It's like it's a spectrum. Everything's black and white till we look at it broken through the kaleidoscope, and then it comes out all beautifully fractured and colorful. And that's when we take most enjoyment of it. So the refinement that is occurring in our life, for all of us that are here asking about our relationships with others, in the background noise, this is all refining us. This is all refining us into more emotionally stable people, into better refined spirits, into more learned and progressive human beings through this process of emotions. Okay, very good. What we got here now? The Nine of Earth. Okay, you do you. You do you. And when you make that offering of yourself onto another in any kind of relationship, don't lose sight. Don't lose sight. You can share your love with others, but the powerful, the eternal you, the you that exists in the ever-present now, that's where the focus is. That's where it has to come from. That's why, like when I say, like Uranus is conjunct the sun in Taurus, and I kind of make a little light or a little fun of it because it's Uranus. What's more important? The Earth and the sun are in Taurus. Yeah, the sun is in Taurus. It's what's happening now. That's what's happening in the ever-present now, right? Where are you going? What do you want to do? Is multiple relationships a deep meaning relationship, a deep seeding relationship? Is it your next step? And if it's not there yet, well, then why? It's nothing that you've done, but it's what you're about to do. Okay, it's about the offering that you are about to make. Okay, so just a couple 5D cards. Just we take a little bit break from the other tarot and get me a little bit more refreshed. Whew, coming up on 3 hours here. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I love being here with you guys. I'm so happy that you're here. But if I really start rambling, bambling, or losing my marbles, I might have to call it. I might have to. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Sunshine, thanks for being here, a part of the conversation. Sheila, you are beautiful. Thank you so much. And Robert, I didn't forget. And I think we have Sunshine, who had the dream, right? And we're going to pull just a few more cards for that. And then Robert's got a question. So I think that's how it's going to shake down over the next little bit. Okay? Over the next little bit. I don't feel like we've had, if anybody's new here, jump into the chat. We are all friendly. Nobody's going to bite you in this room. If they do, I'll shake them up. I know how to shake people down. Just because I read tarot doesn't mean I'm some mamby-pamby who won't stand up for somebody that is in our circle. So if you're new here, do say hi. Do join us. We're a tiny little band in the corner of the internet, and we're talking about raspberry spearmint. I've got a cream soda vanilla right now. Cream soda vanilla. Shows 5 people in the room, plus me. That's awesome. That's where I like it. We're flying under the radar. We are like, zzz, nobody knows we're here. Nobody here knows what we're able to draw and how we're able to spend our afternoon. I'm here a little bit early today, and we're able to run a little bit long because I played hooky from work. got a sore face, was not helping me lift heavy things or drive heavy equipment, which is one of my vocations. So yeah, the round table, those were way back in the day, Sheila. You are the original subscriber, and I appreciate that. It's man, and I went back actually when the year I took off, and I watched some of those videos, and I just cringed at myself. It's like, wow, even just in 2 years, I feel like I'm still such just a student. And then there's like, and it's like I went from like kindergarten to grade 1 almost. It's like now I know the alphabet, right? I just don't have to play with blocks all day long, right? I know the alphabet. Did that sex dream ever come through? Oh, woo! We're getting into it now. We are getting into it now. Sunshine, we're going to look at the dream and what's coming new for you. No pun intended. If it was a sexy dream, we want to limit the amount of coming new that comes through. It just goes on and on. It goes on and on, my friends. I'm still standing. Okay. Sunshine, it's a dream. Sunshine, I think you asked about Jay on Saturday, right? Was that you and Jay were going traveling? I think I remember. Yeah. Jay, Mockingjay, Blue Jay, the corvids, the small corvids, the beautiful birds, right? Yes. You're before everything else. Baby. That's awesome. Okay, well, let's see what the dream could have meant. You don't have to type in what the dream was. I will ask for what your dream meant. We'll see what comes up. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. For Sunshine in her dreams, we did dreams of Gaia Tarot. Now we're doing dreams of Sunshine. No lollipops. Yeah. Okay. Overall energy of the dream. A reversal on the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So you're asking what's coming new. I see a completion of a cycle that has been stalled that needs to occur in regards to a new cycle beginning in terms of physical location, estate matters, things of that nature. It could signify a move of some sort, a change of location for you. The overall energy of the dream too, the feeling is that the plot and characters might have been all very vivid. Something going on within the setting though that was kind of, it hadn't formed yet as manifest thought or manifest even subconscious thought. The environment hadn't formed yet, so we don't really know where it's all shaking or where it's all going down. The only thing I know is that there's going to be a change, or it's whatever potent that relates to the dream occurs, it's going to happen in a different location than where you are now. Okay? 3 cards for Sunshine's dream. All right. Reversal on the Empress card. Okay. So what is being made manifest and what is actually occurring, right? Where is the bridge for that? We have to nurture. We were talking, Sunshine, earlier on the program about how this time in Taurus, and now with the sun being able to shine in on the Uranus and Taurus, what it all means. What it means is the nurture of manifestation. Through law of attraction and everything that you hear about manifesting law of attraction, it's about to enter a phase 2 now that we're here in Taurus season, especially with Uranus. Okay, it's going to enter a phase 2 where it's like the attention upon that which is manifest will be of the utmost importance to remain nurtured vigilantly. Okay, back in the day, 6-10 years ago, when all this stuff was coming up, Deepak was opening a lot of people's eyes to be like, set the intention, it'll come, right? And Esther Hicks was like, put it in your vortex, that kind of thing. We're about to enter into a phase 2 now. It's good that it came forward in your dreams, but the Emperor's reverse is telling you here, right? The Empress, once in a while, she's got to come down and tend that garden at the bottom of her feet, okay? These flowers occur very delicately on their own. She's got them there through her manifestation. She's got everything she wants. Now she has to nurture that which she's manifested. Okay. You can't just go by the wayside as a thought or an intention anymore. It has to be deeply and fundamentally cared for and nurtured in its thought form. Even experienced manifestors are going to be experiencing a little bit of a shakeup or trouble, a little learning curve along the way over the next little while. Okay. Because it demands a lot. It demands a lot. Okay. As far as your dream goes with the Empress there, that says keep on making your dreams a reality. Easy, right? There's no expiry date. Just keep doing it. Just keep dreaming it. Keep feeling within the body and feeling within your environment what it's like to already have it, for it to already be there. Okay? Reversal on 3 of Wands now. Okay? Again, a simple block of the manifestation process. Okay? Turning this dream into a reality, which is what I think, maybe I'm assuming this, maybe I'm intuiting it, is that this is what you really want. Whatever you directly dreamt, you want to make into reality. I could be wrong, okay? And please do correct me if I'm wrong there, because that feels more of like just intuitive assumption, right? Or an intuition that comes so easily. It feels like assumption after so long, right? So in terms of making your dreams a reality, don't stop. First of all, don't stop dreaming. And secondly, don't stop contributing through your active doing of and your active nurture of said manifestation. It could involve making sacrifices. It could involve closing the door on a different opportunity in order to make something happen in terms of where you are and location, divine timing, all that stuff, right? It seems as though the next little while for you, Sunshine, like through the summer into Virgo or even Libra season, this is a really pivotal year for you. These are big cards. Like Empress, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. They're big cards to have here. But it's moving slowly. It's progressing slowly. It's not going to happen overnight. Okay? Because it is a big decision, you're going to feed into it, and you want to make sure that you're actively nurturing and feeding into it. But you're also going to have to allow it its space to grow. It's like watching a new tomato plant. You plant it and the little shoot comes up and you just want to like help it along, but you can't. You just have to walk out of the room. Come back in a few days and watch how much it's grown. Watch how much it's shown itself to you, right? And then that way you know how much it's growing, and you can gauge other internal questions like the matter of importance, what are the next steps, all those kinds of things. So hopefully those cards are good, Sunshine. I hope that helped you out. Okay. You are a Libra. I'm a Libra. I'm not a Libra. I'm a Scorpio. I could be a Libra. I felt like I was a Libra just there. Spaces are so important. We're down to just a couple of us in the room, right? So as everybody's kind of gone, Robert went for more lunch probably. Oh, he had another question. Robert, do you have another question? I didn't forget about you this time. Hey, my, rock and roll can never die. My, hey, rock and roll is here to stay. Yeah. Hey, no, yes. Yes, no, yes. Yes, no, yes, no. We should do yes, no cards, right? Or pick a card. I could do pick a card for the group or something. That'd be fun. I see 3 yellow butterflies at the same time today. It was beautiful. Oh, that is good. Sunshine, now that the reading's over, do you mind if I ask what you dreamt about? What was your dream? I love dreams. I love the dream state, the dream cycle. It is a Legends of Tarot, Monday, April 22nd. Thanks for hanging out, for being here, right? For all the people that have come and gone, thank you kindly. And for the people that have kind of stuck through and just chatted all day, that's awesome. I love that this can be like an arena to catch up and to talk and do all that stuff. Robert, I'm just going to let Sunshine tell her dream here, and we'll get going. We're up to 3 hours, so unless anybody else new joins, that might be it for the day. We might be calling it after we talk about Jennifer. I hope vaping's allowed on YouTube. Nobody told me it wasn't. I don't even really know the rules. I know I probably can't swear, and I don't know. I probably can't like endorse Nike or whatever, but who knows? Who knows what the rules are? Ah, it is allowed. Okay, good. Yeah, I seen the one guy was drinking wine on there, talking about King of Thrones there the other day. I'm like the only person in the world that is not abreast to the Game of Thrones. I watched the first season with a lady friend that I was seeing at the time, and it turned into a lot of romantic evenings binge watching that stuff. But then I never got back into it. After like it was 2 nights, we watched the whole first season, or like a weekend together. We watched the whole first season, and I was just like, yeah, bored of it. You were a part of the Kardashian family, and honestly, I don't care too much for them, but I was with them all the time, and we did everything together. All of a sudden, one of the sisters. Wow, interesting. So I might have been wrong in my assumption of you actually wanting to make that a reality. But what it could be when you look at what that particular arena in society brings about, the level of distraction that is to keep us locked into ego. Now that you've explained it to me, I feel like I can channel a little bit more in knowing that you, as an awakened soul, are putting this into perspective. And it's so hard for the divine feminine because you guys, there is so much emphasis placed on the world around us about how we look and what our social status is, right? And even Chanel C is back here, and it plays tribute to that, where it's like they create this dream for us, right? And we're meant to aspire to live, to follow it, like it, all that stuff. So maybe when you're having a dream about already being there and being a part of it, it's more or less you saying like, the larger part of me has risen above this. I would command stuff like this if it was part of your regular environment, right? You'd be, because I don't know much about them, but don't they like compete with each other? Or the one's becoming a lawyer now, and it's just like all like this chicken chop suey of like, who are you and what do you do? You didn't really even do anything to have like, you will never be featured on Legends of Tarot because there's not really anything legendary about you other than what people have made of you. So take those words, run with them, sunshine. It's interesting. You wanted to help her because the dress wasn't working, right? Design, yeah, right. And that articulation, that eye for those details in the dreams is really good. It's really good. It lets me know how awake you are. Okay. All right, people. My person has just arrived. And for those of you that have been here, you knew that my person had arrived. So Robert, what I'm going to do, we're going to cut the deck, one card for Jennifer, and then I have to say goodbye to everyone, okay? I have to say see you later. Hello, hello. Hi. I'll just be just a minute, okay? Okay, there she is again. That's upright. I think she feels that there is possibilities, prospect, and prosperity in being with you. She is a creative center. She is a force to be reckoned with. You, I feel, are lucky to have her, and her lucky to have you. Be interesting if you are showing up or would show up as the Emperor. But Robert, what I'd like to do, because we're just over 3 hours, my person has arrived. I'll pull some more cards for you the next time we meet up. If that's she better think that. Right? That's amazing. Take her surfing, Robert. Take her surfing. You'll know in a hurry how much. Sheila Marie, thank you so much. Sunshine, thank you for being here. You are still standing. Thank you, still standing. I appreciate that. And Chanel, thank you for being part of the program today. This has been the Legends of Tarot for April 22nd. We had a lot of fun here today hanging out, and we'll see you guys all next time. Appreciate it. Do I want to end the stream? Oh, I got to press another button? Yeah.